lot. That's going to be a feature piece for NAVI. And for Fluxo Demons, it's all about whether they can counter that. It's their map pick, as we've just said. It's Nuke, and a lot on the line between these two teams. It's wild to say this, but one of NAVI Javelins and Fluxo Demons will not be in the playoffs tomorrow.
Two of the best in the game going head-to-head in this decider map. CT side start for NAVI. They'll be happy, and Letty is taking space early. Viku claims the life outside, and she's not done yet, seeing a few more bodies. Gonna let them walk past. Hanka up towards the heavens, gonna provide some vision from there. And between the two of them, they'll get some nice shots off Viku with a second. That USP laser sharp. And that's a way to start this map.
Yep, absolutely. But if Anna X can get that kill on towards Angelica, there potentially could be a pathway, but there's already rotates here for the Javelins. Lina up high, and another player, Hanka in dark. Goddess tries to commit the plant, but can't do it. And now Anna X is left all alone. This is a dominant start for the Javelins on their CT side.
Yeah, and something that's really interesting, I guess, talking about these two teams, obviously they're both in the same position, but the pathway of this event has been very different for them. You know, both of them got cooked by Let Her Cook, or established that already, but for Fluxo, I mean, they had the opening win over TSM Shimmer. That was just a best of one. NAVI had to play a best of three last night, right? So I guess there's kind of two sides to that coin. One, you know, they had to stay a bit later to play some more games, but also meant they've played more maps. You know, they've had a stomp best of three that's gotten them warmed up into the server, and they know what that victory tastes like.
I think it's also interesting that NAVI, for the first time in the online series, felt defeat as well at the hands of Let Her Cook online in that best of three. So they're kind of going through the motions here. MP9's outside. This buy is not very future-proof from NAVI, but they're looking to farm up some cash. They're looking to potentially prioritize this orb on towards VQ. Anna X has made it down. Can she commit the bullet digits in? No.
Oh, wow. I really thought she was going to get that.
That's why I was holding the...
That's crazy. Like, that was like... Up a second. Yeah, 4 MP9s went into that round, which is kind of wild. I would have liked, and you're going to hate this, but I would have loved an MP7. I'm a big MP7 head.
Okay.
I've been converted. I've watched a lot of the pros that rocket like nuts, and it's cool as an SMG for going against rifles. So actually, I don't mind it in the second round either, just because it means in the third round, you got a bit more of a long-range advantage versus some of these rifles. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. MP7 club,
I used
rise up.
MP7, actually.
Okay, cool. Finally, we agree. Poppins, there we go. An opening kill. And they're accelerating quickly. Anna X, there's that lack of fear, charging into the bomb site, getting her kill. Hanka gets one back, but Julie responds in kind. And Fluxo will burst into A.
Right, 2 things here with this round from Fluxo. Number 1, a testament to what Nuke was saying about his numbers, right? Flashbang plays were exceptional, but also look in the kill feed. Who's the player that's throwing them? It's Younger. So this sniper, obviously not on a sniper in this round, but she's using the supportive util to get her aggressive riflers in the right place at the right time. And what I like about Fluxo here is that there's no fear. There's no second guessing this strategy that they call out spawn. They get the first kill out of Poppins, and they immediately all go in. They're trusting the process.
Yeah, and I think this is a team, you know, when we look at all the teams here, that's going to have that trust in the process, because they've been at it for so long and they've found so much success. We saw that comparison. Obviously, you know, we talk about NAVI as the title contenders. We talk about them as kind of second in line to the throne after an entire year of silver finishes. But Fluxo have just been one step behind them, right? They've been in the semis every single time last year as well. So that's why we talk about these two teams in the same breath.
Yeah, it's almost like rock, paper, scissors, but Imperial will just step all over you.
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors, and then Imperial's like a shotgun.
Yeah. Death taxes, Imperial wins the grand final.
Not this time. I'm an anti-imperialist. I've been holding on to that joke for so long.
Love it. Oh, hello. Love this. Poppins does the twists. Drops down on the silo. The thing is, this was quite loud, and it's now been heard by NAVI. The thing that's been really impressing me over the last couple of rounds here is the rotations immediately. Look at Lena, down ramp with the MP9. There's a second player in support as well if she needs it. That's Viku on ramp.
Yeah, really good rotations. MP9 behind the silo, and you got 3 players on HUD. I think they've taken space in lobby, and they've caught Julie. And now you've got such full positioning. The Molotov, I mean, Hank is fine for that to be thrown there because they've got this double layering. Lina could take first contact. There's no way you're expecting Viku. But without getting a kill, maybe they'll just clear it anyway. Remarkable. And Poppins never budged off the top of main. It looks so good for Na'Vi when they catch that lurk, but there was a second layering. And they cleared Anchor. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's really good homework being done from Fluxo. And they're making sure they are not falling down to these little tricky setups. NAVI Javelins, when they're on the CT side, you're going to see these bait and switch plays. You're going to see players that are going to be willing to sacrifice themselves for the greater good of the round. But Goddess, the presence of mind to clear that, leading by example. And now that's 2 rounds in a row for Fluxo. Your T side of Nuke, where you only were looking for potentially 4 or 5 anyway, you're feeling really good about this now.
Yeah, that's remarkable.
We'll wait till the bomb explodes before I make this next point.
And they keep all of them alive? Is that what your point was going to be?
I was going to say that they keep 3, that's fine.
Okay, 3's cool, 3's cool.
4 would have been great.
Yeah, 4's a crowd though. All right, Na'Vi called their first timeout, and it's in a position where they don't have much to say into this round. They got the 2 recovered rifles, save rifles. Small bit of utility, but they're planning ahead. Next stage, what comes into round number 6.
Yeah, I also think it's interesting. Obviously, we've had this discussion before, you and I, Lucy, but Ash from Gamer Legion, the coach, he does this like awesome YouTube series, like Ash's Playbook. And he was saying about sometimes you take pauses in matches, and as the coach, you don't say too much, but you just remind the team of why they're here, the journey that they've been on to get to this point in the first place. This might not be that tactical from NAVI Javelins, but it just gives them an early reset point.
Yeah, and I feel like that's something that
not
relevant to here, but yeah, that's something FlyQuest felt like they needed, but that's too fresh. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to talk about it. I want to focus on this one. Spotted. You're in trouble. HE does a lot into Angelica, and that's one of the rifles. Won't be able to be recovered. Yeah, nothing you can do here. Where's Letty at? Because that's the other part of the puzzle. She's a ramp. She might feel now the pressure to move forward. You'd love to get a couple of kills and recover a rifle or 2, save over into the next round. We know how fragile this CT economy can be.
Ooh. Hanker has pushed, but Julie is in T-spawn. Holding for it. And this is really nice out of Fluxo. Yet again, it's another example of just making sure that they're not falling victim to potentially some of these little intricate plays.
Yeah, and I think this is a clear evolution for this team, right? Yeah. This is the sort of stuff that, those were the mistakes that they used to make that prevented them from getting into the finals, and they're not making them here, and that is so good to see.
What I want to say as well is really good round there from Fluxo because they run exactly the same strategy again because they know it's going to be a low buy. Not only are they not showing too much in the playbook, they're also conditioning that they want to go outside, and at any moment they can flip the switch and go ramp, go for these fast plays that got them that first round in the first place.
It's a really nice start to the T side of Nuke. Now they're going to barrage the flames onto top site. Anorex. Flashbang doesn't actually make it out of Hut, so Letty does get a free shot down onto her, and she doubles up. Poppins, we're going to try and get that trade a bit delayed. Okay, this one's falling apart. Kind of did after the first kill went awry, and Poppins tried to force the issue. He's going to make a play at that point, walking through the vent. You can see why. Goddess does claw one back, and nothing outside, but Lena's angle. Younger won't clear this. I'm certain she won't be ready for this. Surely. I mean, she's been quite thorough on these angle clears. Oh, she actually did have the presence of mind, but Lena ready for that exact peak. Na'Vi will be equalizing momentarily.
Yeah, interesting round here from Fluxo because it felt like they wanted to throw these outside smokes and use that conditioning that we've literally just spoken about and then go for the inside play with the utility. That flash that gets thrown that bounces sort of off the back wall of Hut is falling out of meta now. Instead, I think it's one that Hooksy from G2 sort of made up, where you actually throw it off a little rectangle as you're walking in towards the site, and it guarantees that it actually bounces in the open. It clears top Hut and also Mustang, and that's the piece that was missing.
Yeah, it's interesting that Anorex kind of committed after she saw her flash kind of bounced a bit funky.
Yeah, it's one of those where Yago was saying she's got no fear, so it plays into that. But also it's, if the flashbang misses and you push anyway, maybe you can catch someone. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter ultimately because Letty was always playing anti-flash.
Yeah, I mean, you can see another flash came over, but it's one that was more for any players that are towards the main side or second vent. Youngest Orb enters the server. I love Young and Orb. I know we talk about her being very supportive, but she can be quite flashy as well. Long praised her as the strongest in South America, although Kara has made a pretty good case for herself in the last 6 months.
Oh, I'm worried about the secret push. Younger needs to be accounting of it. And instead, it's Goddess that walks into the firing line. Hanker backs off.
Poppins doesn't chase down the kill, so Hanker just walks away. This slow approach, almost rewards. Hanker gets one, gets away, drops the smoke.
Interesting over at ramp as well. You can see that Angelica's still boosted here with Lena. So another bait and switch being implemented from Na'Vi. But
she's watching her teammate's screen.
How long does this take before you actually just leave this alone?
Yeah, I think Lena's got to bail. I guess she can leave Angelica here, but Lena needs to come and support Letty. She's feeling very alone. Viku is above. Can provide some support. And spotted by NRX. So now Letty's definitely feeling that pressure, and she still doesn't have Lena to support her. She falls. That's 8. Lena's going to arrive, but it's too late. The bomb site is gone. Sorry, they're not fully got all their bodies in yet. Maybe there's a slight timing, and she comes over the top, and Lena's found both. Thought it was open, but no. Lena swings from the heavens with a double. Now you got a player coming up the vents. Hanker, ready to strike. Poppins is aware, but time's running out. A player in heaven still to deal with. Angelica pushing through the lobbies, bomb planted, but utility flushing them forward. Out comes Hanker, and down goes Julie.
Really impressive stuff there from Na'Vi, because look, you feel like Fluxo have got the openings. Viku's played that Mustang position, or Letty has. Regardless, it's always the same setup. And this time Fluxo find those opening kills, but it's Lena. You said that she wasn't there in time, but she makes up for it in a big way because she just forces the issue. And by that point, if you're Fluxo, you can't move anywhere else off that site. And it's that disruptive utility, not the flashbangs, but the incendiary that forced them straight into the path of Hanker and Angelica.
And there's that VQ Orb. There's a history of strong performances against Fluxo with the sniper. And this position from Hanker is perfect. Long-range spray actually does finish the job and does a lot of damage on the Poppins, still standing despite it all. And she's calmed over. The Poppins is crossed. But surely she'll have support. Lena leaning in, looking for where Poppins has gotten to, and surely she'll be finding her any moment. There it is. So Hanker, massive from her, just staying alive, getting a kill, and calling over the rotation.
That's so separate, though, from Fluxo, because whilst all this is going on, Anna X has walked down B, and she has to make so much audio if she wants to go through and potentially upset Viku. And these players now jumping over a ramp. There's the contact. Is Anna X going to now push through the window? She has to, surely, or she can wait for the perfect moment for Viku just to be completely caught unawares.
That's really well played by Fluxo. Anna gets into position. They force off this AWP. They still have to play a disadvantage, though. Hanker is low. Oh, this fight could be everything. Angelica ready for that walk up, adjusts onto the head of Anna. And a 4v2, but again, 2 players incredibly low. With the double up towards double. Tease could be in a good position to farm these players. The MAC-10 will take first contact. Younger can trade. See, Hanker's gonna go first, and now they're also low. The MAC-10 makes quick work, and it's all onto Julie. 2 of this 1v3 done. That's the hard work. Over through control she goes. Letty spots her. Julie can't get away. She gets stuck, and she loses control.
That's ridiculous. She's done all the hard work. It's actually the contact of the AK rather than the MAC-10, and yet they still profit. And somehow, some way, Julie just gets completely overwhelmed by what's going on. Stuck in indecision. Do you go for the kill or do you play for the time? And it's these after plants that are really costing Fluxo here. Sure, that was a 2 versus 4 that was nearly made winnable. But it's yet another retake that is a success story of the Javelins.
Yeah, not too upset about it, but yeah, definitely feels like that could have been hers. So now we have a half buy coming through for the T's. Again, they've gotten a player over, and Philly's dropped. So actually, this worked out pretty well. Tech9 almost gets in the face, but they've found their way down. 2 defenders on site. Goddess overwhelms one, and Viku with the orb doesn't want to lose it. Has to fall back. Goddess is chasing her. Viku needs some help, and it's coming. 3 players close by. Definitely not a position you want the AWP in against close-range Tech9, so the riflers are all going to swarm first. But Goddess is doing everything with this sidearm. Angelica and Hanka finally step in. And again, it's a player advantage in the retake. Viku swaps to an AK. The smoke onto control. Denies Anorex vision, but she's found a bit of a gap in it. Time is ticking down. Good smoke onto double. Anorex can't see a thing. Just charges through to try and overwhelm, try and deny the defuse, and Anorex has managed to done it. Insane from Ana, and that's enough.
Well, we said we wanted chaos, and we're getting it. Round in, round out. And Ana X is trying to make the crowd loud. Because that is huge. That's a 1-on-3, and she denies. NAVI Javelins with the low HP player gets on that defuse and then gets knocked right down off it.
Where Julie couldn't do it, Anorex steps up. There's Tech9's Goddess with the double. That's phenomenal from that position. And you feel like they've done enough once they've cleared these players. The smoke's there, there's so many bodies. But actually, that smoke under control benefits Anorex. It gives her space.
I'll be real, when I see 2 players from Fluxo fighting ramp and committing after the Goddess kill, I really start to worry because it feels like they're overstaying their welcome quite a lot. But no, Ana X is just able to make sure that Fluxo keep this one close. Look at this, it's 1 AWP on V.
Yeah.
And the rest of the roster are just on pistols.
Angelica's got armor, so if they get a kill, she can pick something up, but Hero AWP is a crazy buy. I would have much preferred a Hero AK. But held up, maybe you can just get one for free.
Glass cannon as well, to mention. So Viku, no armor.
Give this AK to Angelica. I'm begging you.
She can't move off her spot.
That's the thing. I think just walk around the corner and drop it to her. Come on, she's right there. She's got the armor. It's nervy. Very nervy in this flashbang.
Oh, this is nice. They put utility down at main and they flashed forward as well.
Viku's a ramp. That's where they're moving, but she's playing a bit more passive.
Yeah, so she moved off the line. And there's that first kill, but it gives space. Keep your eye down low, though, because, again, Na'Vi have rotated early.
Viku needs to find this kill. Oh, Viku, that's everything. And now the players have rotated, so you have the bodies here. You've got that recovered AK. And again, it's a clutch required, a 2v4 from the disadvantage. A spam through Letty. She might just run through. She might just deny the bomb. Letty, the hero. And it leaves it to Poppins, and time is not on her side. 10 seconds, and they can just swarm. If she tries to plant that bomb, she is doomed. AWP collected, and she needs to be careful she doesn't go down off the time. Oh, they are going to pounce when the clock ticks. Can she live? She needs to, or it gets very painful just about, and keeps the AWP as well. So something, at least.
The bell tolls, but fortunately for Poppins, she's just able to stay afloat. That round was so good for Fluxo because they did everything correctly in terms of pulling off this rotate. Viku wasn't there 3 seconds ago. But that's those fine margins, and that is also Viku taking matters into her own hands. She calls, right, I've got this AWP, I'm going to be dynamic with it. And I like the risks. I like the fact that Letty just gets active in towards top hut. And now the shoe's on the other foot. A hero AWP for Younger, everyone else P250s.
That's so crazy. That's crazy. It's the other, it's literally the reverse. I've never seen that. Hero AWP into hero AWP. What? I mean, yeah, obviously it was saved, so it makes sense, but it's still bizarre that that's where we've ended up.
We are going back to ramp. Lena playing the off angle. Viku here, right place, right time. Flashed off the angle, doesn't matter. She strikes first, but with Julie finding Lena, Viku. Oh, Viku's hit a no-scope. She's done way more than you could ever anticipate, and now Fluxo Demons are once again thrown off the top rope.
Double up in the 2v4, well, make it a 1v3. And it's Younger. And it is Younger. If there was anyone you wanted in this position, this is her moment to shine. Hanka might even give her an opportunity close by. No, she's not going to budge. How aware is Younger of this close corner? Almost the no-scope, and you start to think something special. But no, all the magic was in the hands of VQ that round.
VQ is once again proven to be such a menace to deal with for Fluxo. Every single time they play NAVI Javelins, it is VQ being victorious.
Dude, I think she might just be the best author in the game.
Anna?
Yeah, I guess so.
A close second. That's kind of ironic. That's always been the way. Miss smokes outside. Yikes. That's not ideal. Showing a little bit of leg. But no, VQ doesn't strike off the back of it. This time Hanka's immediately rotated down, fires off a couple of warning shots, does VQ, but it's all to set up Hanka for the follow-up.
Yeah, and because of that drop smoke, they have a decision to make. Do we push through this? Yeah, okay, flash. Young is fully blinded, so it wasn't the best, but luckily for her, Hanka was not on the other side. She's playing a very committed angle. A one for sure? No, not at all. Younger wide swings, gets the kill, and it's got to be Angelica that steps in. That was the bomb spotted on her back too. That timing, oh, not the best. Trying to find this player. That HE is fantastic. The molly even better, still a dink, but she still goes down.
Yeah, look at the rotates again, but Goddess has dealt with Letty. And that's the A bomb site open, so it doesn't matter if you've rotated. Now NAVI Javelins have got to go for a 50-50. Where do Fluxo take this? Surely it's A, but VQ is already scaling up the ladder. And with Lena dealing with pop-ins, VQ's just being audacious.
Yeah, that's... audacious is the word for it. Gotta go for it, last round and a half. Oh, VQ again! Nothing can stop this mad woman. With Lena by her side, there is a chance. One player low, but a good crossfire player at CT Venom player below. Lena gets one, makes it a little easier for VQ. And the information is there somewhat. But surely the swing comes immediately. No, missed shot, missed opportunity, and time's running out. There's not a kid, she's low, can't get it done. So Fluxo will recover a couple at the end for a 7-5 half.
Hold up, where you going? Looking like that, looking so good. What you trying to do? You trying to get in trouble? Should be a crime. Flirting with the devil. Get out the way. A new dawn, new day. Can nobody touch this groove? Work hard, get paid. Dress up like a Sunday. Watch me now. I'm making moves. I'm making moves. I'm making moves. I'm making moves. I'm making moves.
like to.
I'm making moves.
We like to.
I'm making moves. I'm making moves. I'm making moves. Lay back, swing back, my love like a Cadillac. Drive it hard, drive it fast. At no point will it last. Hit command, say tomorrow we will rise.
Do you know what? Despite NAVI Javelins looking quite dominant in a number of those rounds, Fluxo Demons have given themselves a pretty decent buffer. 7-5 at the half, and now they're on that favoured CT side.
Yeah, and how much can you rely on Viku's crazy no-scopes and multi-kills, right? 2 flashbangs for Letty, a smoke for Hanker, and we're going pacey through the door. Opened and closed by Poppins. They're trying to drop the vents, and well, 1-for-1, they get down, so count that as a win for Na'Vi. Still need to get the bomb down. Goddess arrives at the scene. Behind the double door, swings it open, planting right in the open, and she's able to swing and deny a double from her. And Julie chimes in as well, so it leaves it to Letty to clutch.
Yeah, huge round there from Fluxo. Just Goddess waiting at the perfect moment to swing. It's so essential. There's the contact off the ramp player first. Just don't do anything too crazy, like peeking one-on-one to give Letty an opportunity. She's trying her best to isolate these fights, taking her time and being patient.
Anorax can't help Julie here. She's kind of stuck in shadow. It becomes really hard for her to provide any sort of trade potential. And oh, Letty knows. Letty knows. She's got them read like the book. You can see shadow considered. But a reposition from Anna slips out through double. If Letty clears this in time, she'll be aware. You can see this is the only place she could have gone. They've just wandered past each other. And is Letty just going to follow suit? Anna catches the timing, can't finish the job. There's a chance, but it's denied. And Fluxo get the pistol.
It's a little bit windy underneath in that B-bomb site. That is as close can be.
You drop this smoke so you can get over it, and you plant in the corner, expose the double. What are you doing, Na'Vi? Either just plant normal default, so it's harder to deal with double, or plant in the bloody smoke.
Yeah, go on, tell them.
Yeah.
Let them know.
This is my favorite team. I just wanted to win, please. I like both these teams, actually. These are my 2 favorite teams. I'm really sad we're here. But I'm also happy because I get to see them play and cast them, and that's always fun.
True. VQ already in secret. Angelka, gets absolutely destroyed by Goddess. And now Poppins follows suit. The IGL steps up and gets the first kill, and then it's the youngsters just to step in and farm some cash with the MP9s. Hanker and Letty left to their own devices. Bomb plant would be sweet. Instead, it's not even a single kill.
Yeah, plenty of kills in the SMGs as well, and you're 7-7 now, and, you know, you're feeling great on the CT side in this position. Yeah, I know this round's not going to be the best buy for you with the SMGs kept over, but honestly, you're feeling good if you're Fluxo.
Lobby crunch. Hear me out, Fluxo Demons. Lobby crunch.
That's a sick tap from Goddess. Look at that.
Ooh. Sheesh. All right. That was heavenly. Lobby crunch. They won't do it. They can't hear me, guys. But that's fine.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk to Na'Vi. You're trying to talk to Fluxo. Neither of us is the coach, so we can't. In another life.
Hang on. That Molly, Lena will know that's really close to that smoke. The spam's already coming through. Julie's not going to push the other side.
If you're Na'Vi, you know that there's SMGs in play, so you know Fluxo are going to be up in those close corners and trying to get tricky with it, so you play very safe this round.
It's also just what they do, right? It's just Fluxo just being, pushing, trying to take the control, trying to disrupt what Na'Vi want to do, but I quite like this. It's kind of a half measure because you're playing quite close angles if you're Fluxo. There is really good trade space in here as well. The danger is ramp with Julie completely alone. I think as well, this is a good decision for Na'Vi to go outside because you're taking long-range gunfights against these MP9s. But Goddess does have a rifle.
Up on top, and she's able to get that kill. The blow in the smoke gives her A bit of an opening. That's what you need to do with that single rifle. Set it up. Julie catches Lena too. That's that round fight we were kind of keeping an eye on at the start of the round. So NAVI, this very slow round, it's now starting to fall apart for them. Time ticking down, 30 seconds of smoke on main means they can't even split through, but maybe they can just split a few heads open. Players drop down. They make a lot of sound cues as if they've gone down lower and as if they're walking through, but it's back towards main they go. Goddess is in here 1-for-1. A player in heart, the only defender close by, and maybe that's all you need because it's Poppins. Lady can't get the kill. Good molly. And she finds this player on main. Maybe there's a chance, but there's no time. No time. She can't get the bomb plant down. Maybe. No, not gonna happen.
That was really well played from Fluxo. I like the fact that they're not completely over-rotating. Even though they left B, you're still playing quite close in towards lobby. When you lose players outside, the most common reaction for the CTs is to push and take that space back. They didn't do it completely, but instead they put themselves in positions where it's so difficult for NAVI as they come through main to be able to trade out the rest of the players on site. Not gonna lie, was nervy when Poppins just drive by on that trade, but hey, she got the kill, so who am I to judge? Oh, maybe I am to judge. That is terrifying.
You know what I love? There's no crowd mics for this event, so we can't really hear kind of the crowd a lot, but whenever Poppins does something, you bet your bottom dollar I'm hearing her mum. Like, I don't know where it's coming from, but I'm hearing her.
We love you, Poppins' mum. Fast ramp play. Julie. Oh, Flashbang's perfect sprays a little bit better, but Angelka's now on an AK. But can't put it to good use. Instantaneous trades, better rotations out of Fluxo Demons, but Anchor is right behind them, creeping closer. They're not ready, and there's the first kill. Suddenly, Anarex is split between two different angles. They're able to isolate, and now the bomb site is theirs.
What a sick round from Hanker. What a timing. That lurk is everything. And they've got a minute to work with. Atumi too. Both of the CTs come through ramp. They go up vent. It's free.
This is a wild call to make. You've just claimed all of the B bomb site, and yet you just switch it up. You take it to the other site.
Well, the space they didn't have, right? They catch two players that have rotated down door. The space they didn't have was over towards Hell, was over towards CT. So yeah, on some level, there's that expectation that players have rotated ramp, and now it's got to be a retake through Heavens. A lot of utility for Fluxo. HE over the top. Viki will take first contact, and that smoke has landed straight in her face. That's denied. A bit of space to work with. They have to root around now. It is planted in the open for them, but another smoke lands forward. Hanker falls and is trying to defuse through the smoke. Poppins can't do it. What a masterclass from Hanker.
I mean, it's just Hanko literally winning that round, isn't it? And to be honest, when you get put in that 2 versus 2, it's so difficult for the AWPer to really get involved whatsoever in that retake. But I like the way that Fluxo approach it, because it's Younger that's taking all of this space. She's the one that's going first. And then you've got Poppins that can drop that smoke on the bomb and try and make it work. Difficulty is that the Hanker is just completely tearing them apart.
Yeah, that round starts right with Julie getting that sick double, right? And it feels like she's done enough on that hold. We'll see this back now. She falls back, gets the double, gets the info, the bomb's there. They even catch Angelka trying to capitalize on that space, and it feels they've done everything right, but they just weren't anticipating. The lurk from Hanker is everything in this round.
That's such a shame, because until then, Fluxo Demons were playing it really well. Younger will keep her AWP, she'll be able to invest that back out, and MP9 on Poppins is not the end of the world, but cracks are starting to show. And suddenly, for NAVI Javelins, you found your way back into this. Remember, that's the first T-side round they've got in this half.
And you were showing me, kind of on the last time they matched up, it's very streaky on the CT sides for these teams in the past. Younger wants to get involved at door, gets blown a smoke, and she can't quite get the vision she wanted. So she has to fall off. Viku's going fast over the top. Surely that's been heard, maybe not.
Oh no.
Anarex was close, so I think she's coming back to clear it, but Viku was aware. Viku was so bloody aware. Goddess is still in towards main. You know, right, that she's gonna be this outside player. She's still present somewhere. And she's caught out. Beautifully played again. It's Hanker and Viku.
And to be honest, we're speaking about these T-sides and the fact that Fluxo Demons were playing really passive. They're ready to punish these overextensions. However, on the CT side, it's a lot more difficult to kind of absorb and play the same way because you're in the moment. There's a lot more reactive stuff you have to do, and that is a reaction immediately from Julie. Finds VQ. Younger coming up secret.
Ooh.
Hanker is somewhat aware of this, and they're just going to completely disengage. They're going to reset back to lobby.
Yes, this is the right play, right? You're in a 4v2, you know, one of the players alive is the AWPer. You can just group and go into A, right? It just feels like the right play 9 out of 10 times. Hanker can go in first. She's got the low HP. Just trade her. You got the utility. You can smoke off main. You've got mollies. You've got everything right. There's no way this can fall apart for Navi.
And you just got to save as well if you're Fluxo. Yes. That's the extra bit. Don't go for this because your money is weak because you failed that previous retake. You've got the UP. You invest it into this round. The fact you still got it alive right now is a luxury. Just hold on to it and just bring it forward into the next.
Yeah, we're starting to see Navi wake up on this T side. And we're starting to see the virtues. You know, you kind of mentioned about some of the changes as to how they approach Nuke, and Hanker in particular being a big part of that. And I feel like in that round, yes, it was VQ that kind of got the space off main, but it's Hanker as well being aware of Goddess being out there, and we saw obviously in the previous round her timings too.
Yeah, the thing that's really interesting about Hanker is that she's not your typical sort of outside player. She'll walk in towards secret, she'll get the first kill, and then she'll completely disengage. So she creates the illusion that space is being taken, and then Fluxo, or any CT side for that matter, will just waste so much time just clearing, spending extra time just getting rid of all these angles. But the new variation for me, which I've seen comparatively to the online season, is now VQ is being a lot more involved. It's not always on the AWP, it's now the rifle work, and she's just pushing the issue. She's doing her best sort of Joan Anna impression.
Yeah, actually, that's a really good comparison, it feels. And both, you know, being AWPers, right? And, you know, you said it about AWPers because AWPers are generally aggressive players, right? They're players that want to go for those opening frags. So it does suit her to take up that moment on the rifle at times. And she's doing it exceptionally well. Now, if you're Navi and you know they've just saved 2 rifles, their money's not great, what's your call?
You just go for a little bit of a faster play, right? You know the util's not going to be great. You've just seen that the AWP is outside. Boost from Younger does connect, but Hanker's still alive, more importantly.
Yeah, it's just these USPs on the other 3 players.
In fact, to be honest, it doesn't matter where you go. If you're Navi, just go together.
Go together, yeah, exactly. Younger's going to arrive. She has to break the glass. But I don't think that's going to be heard. She's getting close. She can disengage after a kill. This is everything. Don't give her opportunities. This is the only serious bit of weaponry alongside that AK that you have to worry about. So avoid it. Avoid it. It's a ramp, I think.
All right.
Lena is playing very passive, not holding lobby actively. Oh, the longer this takes, the scarier it gets.
Yeah, you see the rifle's actually moved up now. Julie's gone top heaven.
Okay.
Anorex has fallen. You still got Poppins at backside. Never mind, no, you don't. However, that AK is starting to get active, but can't find a thing.
That was the moment. If Julie had found something there. Thought the USPs, there was a couple of dinks coming through. You can see 2 players, half HP. There was a chance. Younger was in the right place at the start. Couldn't quite get to A in time. So Navi will find double digits. But this round was just those 2 weapons saved over. So Fluxo were planning for the next, and keeping the AWP here is huge.
It's another installment of Brandon's classic cliches where it comes to casting, and we've entered the first map of the BO3, and I'm going to bring one out, and that is CS2, very momentum-based. MR12, difficult for the CT side to build back in because of the economy. Think back to this, right? Fluxo was starting to build on this CT side. We've seen previously how these games have been so streaky in nature. NAVI Javelins have won 1 round they're not supposed to. It's their Tech 9 round. And suddenly they've converted 3 off the back of it. The economy has been absolutely plastered for Fluxo Demons. And now finally they'll be able to bring a gun round in, but it could be too little too late.
I know we're in a very serious part of the game, but I love
talk about the mouse
They got matching mouse pads. It's cute. It's really funny. You know the "Oh, you're so sweet" call HR meme? To me, like it's like seeing these girls with those mouse pads. I'm like, oh, it's so sweet. Does the men's team with those anime mouse pads? I'm calling HR. Julie getting active. No, Lady was holding. Felt like she wanted to make a play. With so many players grouped. Couldn't get past them. Now you found this ramp player. Had a lot of opportunities to make a play. Hank thought maybe she had one. Sitting on the other side of that smoke, not a position. If you're a CT, you expect someone to be.
Ooh.
And Young Azorb rotates at the right time, so suddenly Na'Vi, despite that first kill, they're now down a player.
Yeah, speaking of rotates, there's Anna X, and sure, she doesn't get the kill, but Letty finishes off the job. Hard work now being done from Fluxo, more rotations coming in, and you got to make sure that you don't give over these fights in individual fashion, but it's not happening. It's all Anna X, and she completely shuts them down.
Yeah, that one just crumbles, doesn't it? It looks so good for Na'Vi, and the idea was sound, right? You've gotten this opening kill at ramp, you feel that, yeah, that's going to be more likely defended. At most, the AWP comes over, and yeah, Younger gets her kill. Losing Hanker is brutal, because I felt like she had a great position to get a kill.
And to be honest, even with losing Hanker, that's when Na'Vi decides to just apply the pressure at ramp anyway. But because Goddess is alive, it means you can get that rotate down faster from Anna X.
The Zorb's getting active. Can't hit the shot. Hanker's so fast.
Damn.
There is a second player here, though. Is Hanker going to be ready? Surely not for Anna X. Oh, Anna X feels like she can't really stick around in dark. Too many smokes. She's going to tuck in next to the cube. It's a big cat and mouse game outside, but it's back to ramp we go. Julie's forced off the angle. Poppin steps in. Can't quite get the kill. They do line up. Good damage, but not a kill found.
Oh, what is happening outside?
Okay, Anna X will find this kill. And VQ's low, so Fluxo still have a chance in this round, but with the push up into heaven, positioning's not here for Fluxo. Goddess is in the fence, and they can't quite get Anna X. That was VQ, the low player, and Choco's just jumping. And they managed to find the space onto the top side.
I think Goddess has made it up the vent as well. Yeah, she has. So this is now going to be unknown. And where you've just come from ramp, Na'Vi, you might not expect her to be immediately pushing in towards Hut. Julie could be that distraction piece. You know Anna X is in main. A 3-on-3, lots of util for the Demons.
Yeah, it's a really uncomfortable position in the post plant. You got two players stuck behind the silo and a player in heaven. Fluxo have the exact read, and all these players are. They just need to find their shots, and well, Utility does the damage. The kill comes through. Letty, how does she get that one? And that allows Lena to come over the top. Letty, with low HP, gets one critical kill, and that was all that was required for Lena to close.
And as it was in the first half, it's the individuals now rising up and barreling over Fluxo Demons. Right in the moments, right where it matters most. It's NAVI Javelins prevailing. And they even lined up. There was nothing sus about it. And now for NAVI Javelins, they keep on the ascendancy. They keep on building. Whenever NAVI qualifies, they've never been eliminated before the semi-finals. And now you would know that if you're a regular Impact viewer, because they always bloody finish second.
Yeah, exactly.
I think what's really cool, the game plan from NAVI is this. Cause enough pressure outside to move the ramp rotate, and then they really realize that Julie will never stand and fight. She's never playing quite passive. It's always the AWP that's the rotation point here for Fluxo. They're making a move away. And then you can take it hell. You can take it down ramp. But the important thing is, every single fight that NAVI are taking, it's an outnumbered engagement for Fluxo. It's always disadvantageous.
Well, Anorex really wants to get aggressive. The HE to blow the door actually takes a bunch of health off her, but they've managed to crunch Lobby successfully, so all of the control is theirs. But outside, NAVI gets similar control. Because Fluxo did this so early, you feel like they're going to rotate down. You can see Goddess is already there, jiggling with the smoke. NAVI are going to find themselves with a decision to make, but it is early, so they can wait this out. Oh, Goddess, lucky to be alive. At least drops that smoke and keeps NAVI at bay.
Here we go. This is another good variation from NAVI, is that they've shown themselves down here. They've got the smoke out, and now they're resetting. They're walking and completely trying to wrap. And Poppins is the only player currently holding Heaven, and she's got an MP9.
Yeah, this never feels good, does it?
You could always walk outside to ramp to B.
That's crazy.
And
do
they
that.
are.
Oh my god. I mean, the longer it takes, at some point, Fluxo are going to be like, okay, this is a possibility. But it's such a bizarre move to make that, yeah, I don't think they're going to anticipate. No, okay, it's a fake out. So VQ's making all the sounds as if they have done that exact play. And that is going to cause some movement. Wait, they're actually going to do it because VQ got all the space. All right, well, It's not a fake if you commit and get it all.
Poppins on Angel.
Oh, what's going on? What are you doing?
I don't know. They're pretty indecisive. They think the Fluxo aren't here, but in fact they are. Goddess has found Letty. The bomb needs to get planted.
Keep
the
your
bomb
gun
needs
out.
to be committed. Hanker's trying to plant, but Goddess swings open the door. And somehow, some way, Fluxo Demons are able to overcome the odds because everyone misses everyone.
Yeah, the chefs are already in the semis, and NAVI, they tried to overcook that one. I'm not even sure how to break that down. Maybe the desk should have a look at this after this map, because that one was wacky.
I can try.
All right, go on.
Pretty much what happens here is that, as you said, VQ wanted to be taking this space down in towards the B bomb site, but it's Poppins' utility that's really well timed, because even though she's got an MP9, she threw a smoke around the 40-second mark to block off Heaven. That wastes 20 seconds. After that fade, she drops an incendiary up towards the top, completely preventing NAVI from activating. Suddenly, you've got to go all the way up the ladder, make noise, throw your flashbangs through. It's too difficult. So then you reset. The issue is you don't know where Fluxo have gotten to in all of that time. And in amongst all the pandemonium, in amongst all the miscommunication, and in the moment decision-making, Fluxo can strike because they're being so unpredictable. Goddess swings open the door, gets the crucial kill on Letty, and that just completely sends everything into turbulence.
Critical juncture for that round to come through for Fluxo. That would have been map point. Keep in mind, this is their map pick as well of Nuke. Keep 4 players alive into that round, so that feels pretty good. For NAVI, that lack of bomb plant might actually hurt them a little bit. We'll see when we get back into the game what their buy looks like.
They didn't get bombed down, right? I don't think it's
no,
going to
they
be that
didn't.
great.
So I don't think it's going to be fantastic. It's interesting. I mean, these two teams have quite the history, but despite playing each other, you know, multiple times across all of last year, in fact, at every single finals they played at some stage, Fluxo have never taken a map off NAVI.
It's only been one instance, actually, which they took double digits off NAVI. And guess where that came? Nuke, Season 3 Finals, 16-14.
Only time they've gotten double digits. Oh, this music is ominous. Let's just let him stew in it for a moment.
And I'll be honest, this can sound a little bit controversial. It's a really good time potentially for a tech pause to come in if you are Fluxo Demons, because you've just won that round. Sure, NAVI can reset. They can now just immediately just kind of have that mental. But remember, you can't talk to each other in tech pauses. But if you're Fluxo Demons, that's a critical round to win. And now your opponent is effectively just sitting in it, dealing with it. You thought you had that round on the palm of your hand. No, you couldn't even get the bomb down, NAVI. I don't think they've got money. I'm going to be real with you. I do not think this T side has got money. So it's going to be Tech 9s.
Well, that was a round they managed to steal back, if you recall, with Hanker's flank through. When it comes to the rifle, though, it's not been kind of in the favor. That's a head-to-head that I've been excited to see play out. I think it's still got good vibes. Camera straight in her face. She smiles. These two teams, there's actually a lot of parallels in terms of the personalities, I feel.
Sure.
You know, when we talk about Hanker and Angelica, and I think even actually Letty is a player that also has a bit of fire in her. And then on the other side, obviously Poppins, we know very much so, but also Goddess. Definitely a player that knows how to get loud and let him know.
Anna X as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Not only just for her abilities, just kind of what she brings off the server, but on it in this one. You got to remember, this is Anna X's first season with Fluxo Demons. They brought her in. Nani stepped back. She retired from competition.
Big shoes to fill as well, right? Because Nani, I think, has always been one of those players that's been that bedrock for this team, particularly when it comes to LAN.
And also has been that player when they play NAVI Javelins that steps up. She's the one that actually is at the top of the scoreboard more often than not. Anna X, you didn't know what to expect from her. Sure, we've seen her at LAN, we've seen her at these Impact Finals. First debut here with Fluxo Demons. She is top of the scoreboard right now for them.
Yeah, she's done a tour of the top teams of South America as well, and I think she's finally found one that really fits her playstyle. It's still a shock to me that only one of these two teams goes through to the semis. And it's Imperial that lies in wait, no less.
That's a HUD bug. There are 5 players here for NAVI. You can see the silhouettes, but it might not matter in this one because it is just pistols. This should be the equalizing round here for the Demons to tie up the scoreline.
Keep it clean. That's the objective. Bomb plant for NAVI would be great. I mean, look at Hanker and Lena. 1,500, 1,700. They're actually not even going to have a good buy into the next round, really. Loss bonus is, what, 3 stage at this point, I think? It's been a back and forth.
Oh. It's fine.
It's cool. We cool. We cool.
I like the idea, though. Even though the shadow was spotted there from Goddess on Hanker at top main, pretty much it's the main players taking contact and the squeaky door swings open. You try and completely capitalize on the fact that Goddess is not looking at that player, and you can try and overwhelm. Goes the other way. In fact, Goddess is the player that falls, and then instantaneously stepping in yet again. It's that Ana X Poppins combo. And there it is. We are all level. A timely pause.
11-11.
Make a wish.
But it was, a 10-10. I should have said it's cowboy time.
There's Poppins' mum, of course, but you've also let her cook in the crowd.
Yeah, I love that we've got the perpetrators of this crime that we have these two teams fighting in this position, watching on in glee. And they don't have to play them again unless they get to that grand final. They'll find out their opponent in the next best of 3.
This one's important, Dallas. Whoever wins this potentially wins the map, and it's Angelka finding Goddess. Lena is dropping behind Ana X, and Ana X has got no idea.
Oh, this is such a NAVI round to win, isn't it? Explosive from Angelka, Lena getting tricky. It's free. And she's already so advanced, she can just scale with the Mac 10. And if you're a Fluxo, I mean, you see if you can find a kill. You don't want to overcommit either. And with space being denied, the flames, the smoke,
Save.
your players grouped. You don't want to lose these weapons. Not now. Not with 1 round still to play.
Yeah, you can't. You cannot go for this. I know it's the boring play to make, but you cannot. There'd be no money on the back burner. Judy can drop an AWP to Younger as well. That's a really important save if she's able to bring this one over the line. But NAVI with a Mac 10, with a Deagle, they just hit all of these timings. That's what they were trying on the CT side, these little bait and switches, these little mischievous plays. Not really seen that on the T side. It's been a lot more structured.
Yeah, it's really cool from Angelka there as well, because Goddess has actually been getting up on top of the big blue there so many times, right? Like, I think it's the 3rd or 4th time we've seen it on the CT side get on that position early. So obviously Angelka's not doing it specifically for that, but obviously that's a consideration of where Goddess has been playing frequently. So NAVI will get themselves onto map point. Went overtime last time. What was that last time? Yeah, on Nuke. Was season 3?
CSGO.
Yeah, but I don't know if they played Nuke the last time either.
16-14, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
but I just mean in terms
they
of...
played Vertigo and Anubis.
Yeah, so the last time they played Nuke. Went overtime. Therefore, Brandon, my fact is correct. What?
They played CSGO.
Oh my god, CSGO, it's MR30. I'm not correct. God damn it.
Sorry.
I've been CS2 field too hard.
True, Julie's walking through the smoke, but Angelka's holding for it. Really important. And also, interestingly enough, they prioritized the utility over the weaponry. Younger, A1S, not AWP.
I'm glad Julie doesn't push that. She got punished last time. She got aggressive. She's been doing well when she, falls back and gives that space. She's got all the utility if they do push her. Younger's not that far away.
It's Hanker again. Outside, already in secret.
Yeah, this has got B written all over it.
This has got another just classic conditioning round of Hanker's got the space outside, you reset in towards ramp. Difference is, this time that Fluxo, it appears that they're ready for it, and Julie playing a much more committed angle, and the lobby push, Goddess has found the headshot. That's going to force them into this double setup on ramp, surely, and Julie holds on. But only for a kill and a half, but the backstab is in for Fluxo, and it's a complete decimation on radio. Hanker, 1 versus 4. She's unknown, sure, but this round, improbable.
Yeah, I'll upgrade that to an impossible. 30 seconds, thereabouts. A smoke even in her face, yeah. There's nothing to be done. Obviously has to give it a look in. But over time, written all over it. So hey, maybe 16-14, a possibility once more. Flames go forward, Poppin spams. And Fluxo, what a time to bring out the lobby crunch.
And what a time to bring out your signature maneuver, right? South American CS. You're bringing out a little bit of the Brazilian flair. You're not scared in the face of danger. And guess who's the player that leads the charge there, that lobby crunch? Anna X. Completely rewalks and relives moments that Fluxo have been providing on the online season and just in the Impact Finals alone, time after time, final after final. They are pushing NAVI Javelins to the limit. And as you said, they are showing an evolution of their development.
Okay, Angelica's got some stuff to say there. She looked, you know, really actually that felt like a, guys, we are better than them. That's not Polish accent, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm going to try and do how she speaks. But yeah, that felt like one of those moments.
I want to just see maybe just an attempt at a faster play from NAVI Javelins. Where's these A hits? Where's this 5 commitment
yeah,
outside?
I've heard that. Angelica's like saying, you know, what
overwhelm?
Donk said in the documentary, you know. I'm not going to repeat it, but you see in the documentary with Donk, that's what Angelica just said.
Yeah, Util being lined up. And Angelica and Lena getting rid of players quickly. It's classic, isn't it? The team that forces OT can never win the first round of OT.
Angelica, another one of these fantastic openers. They burst through, but Goddess and Julie hold on.
Never mind.
And we're equalized. Goddess catches them, Younger as well. You spoke too soon, Brandon.
I lied.
Goddess loves that one.
That is divine intervention. That's huge from Goddess. And then the pushing towards lobby as well. They're completely aware of her position as she's still taking these fights. Never back down, never what?
Divine from Goddess. Having an insane map. 21 kills for her. Top of the server.
I think we are seeing this change up though with aggressive plays for Na'Vi. Because again, Viku doesn't have an AWP, it's another AK. Hanker's been brought down incredibly low. It's still looking for these players outside. It's going to be a quick one in towards main, surely.
Yeah, but it's Goddess here. And they go again ahead of the flash, but Letty still gets the kill and the second. Can't quite get the third. Poppin spotted in the rafters, and she's doubled up as well. Angelica tries to punish. And leaves it to Lena. Pick up these pieces. They try and force the issue straight into the side. Lena gets that first kill. She's so low, but it's the AWP, and it doesn't matter. Younger hits her shot.
I think this is a very interesting call to make if you're Viku, and I wonder what Vilga's going to have to say about this overtime in particular, because the rounds that they were winning, it was these slow defaults. It's about getting Hanker into these advanced positions outside, manipulating these ramp rotates. Here, it's just all guns blazing. And guess what you're doing? You're playing right into the playbook of South American CS.
Fluxo did well to reinforce that side after losing those 2 players immediately as well. 2 rounds on the CT side. Poppin's looking to get the opener, spamming through the door, doesn't quite connect. Navi gonna try outside again during regulation. A spot they found themselves in fairly consistently. Bomb is committed in this position. And it's a fake out onto the A side. They're trying a lot of pressure with these 2 players, and they've just dry walked over, but Angelica's spotted with the bomb.
Yeah, and now you can get these rotates. Shuri will call over towards Younger, get in position, I'm right behind you. And Anna X already down the vent. Na'Vi aware and able to strike. Viku with the follow-up on Goddess, but keep your eye upstairs.
There's still 2 players here, but it's Younger's AWP that's above on the railings. Not a pretty spot for the AWP to be. And she's flashed, she's under pressure, she's run down by Hanka. Julie steps in, can't get the double. Poppins left as the sole remaining member, but only for a moment. So NAVI will pick up one on this T side of OT.
Yeah, it could be enough. Remember, these halves both ended 7-5 in favor of the defense. So a good effort from NAVI Javelins not to be completely blown out the water here. But for Fluxo Demons, you've got to remember, this is their map pick. It still feels like they might be in control, especially with some aggressive, maybe even desperate calls on that T side, trying to get around together. Anna X Mac 10.
Okay. Nade in hand, she's at the front of the pack. That means she's going straight towards Squeaky. And they're just to send her out, see what she can do. I think she might have dropped down successfully. Yeah, she's made her way all the way onto B. She's going to be behind them. Delay's throwing that molly for a little bit too long, but it doesn't matter. Still wins out the fight. So Anna X bringing the plays. Angelka can't get involved. The Flames keep her at bay. Viku and Letty have to root through Secret. Fluxo have made their way to B. The bomb should be planted shortly.
Look at Julie. Over at ramp, smoke blows open. She needs to find the shot and she can't. And Viku's followed up on towards Poppins. From an advantageous position, suddenly Na'Vi is striking, but Younger at least makes it equal. And Anna X on the Mac 10 has found another. And keep your eyes on behind, because there's a flank. It's Goddess locking it in, keeping Na'Vi completely claustrophobic. Anchor needs a moment of magic. There's the first, but not the second. And it's Fluxo Demons on map point.
They claw it back, and the crowd goes wild. A couple of chances now to close. Na'Vi got to map point first, but Fluxo have taken it right back away from them.
And it's interesting, people might be thinking, why a Mac 10? You got to remember, in OT, people are more likely to save money. There's not going to be any head armor whatsoever. So you can run, you can take the space, and the fact that Anna X even gets 2 kills there is of overperformance, but one, Fluxo Demons will take every day of the week.
2 chances, and again, they've got to play it down the vent. Poppins just goes straight down, abusing this opening.
They're doing it again.
Get past Viku though. Viku misses the shot. Flame, flash drop behind. She's not ready. They had no idea. Poppins had got down vent, gets in the back lines. And Fluxo, the red carpet is rolled out to be.
Yeah, and the red carpet is Viku's blood all over the ramp floor. Anna X is even holding for Letty's drop down. If Letty pushes lobby, she's a dead woman walking, all down Secret, all rotating through, one-dimensional out of Na'Vi, and it needs to be fantastic, but it's just getting worse and worse.
There's that lurk timing. A 3v5. Desperation for Na'Vi. Thought they had this one in the bag, but instead, it's been fumbled. And it's Fluxo, who look to take the opening map of this series. Hanka, first kill though. Lena gets one back. Maybe there's a well, maybe there's a way, but no. It's on to Lena. Time running out, and 2 players to find a smoke forward. It's not planted. Out behind default, it's planted in towards Astralis. She can't even find it. Can't even get this defuse happening. There's knives out. It's done. And it's Fluxo taking map 1.
Yeah, we talked about the veto. We said, look, this is a great pick for Fluxo Demons to make it work, and that was exceptional.
Beautiful stuff to get this series started. After Na'Vi found map point as well, Fluxo able to force it back, take it to OT, clear to win. They're fired up. They're a team that runs off momentum. They're a team that once they're on fire, it is very hard to douse them. And going into Ancient, a map that, yes, it's been Na'Vi's first pick. Yes, it's been one Na'Vi have been dominant on, but they've shown weaknesses. And for Fluxo, they're more than happy to try and exploit them.
Let's see, of course, Na'Vi start on this T side, and we know they're going to be aggressive, and that is something that undid Fluxo Demons yesterday against Let Her Cook. This one is a fast one, straight out B, but it's Goddess with the dualies, and the counter flashes are forward. Anna X on the line, but can only go 1 for 1. Great
trade from Na'Vi to get the space. It's still another player towards Long to deal with. The Flames deny the bomb going down for a moment, but it is a plant for Long, so Younger can't deny. But it's a very fast push up, but now they can just focus their attentions on ramp. Letty gets the info. Angelka in the open, can't hit the shot. And so the bomb might get planted, but it's Fluxo that draw first blood.
Yeah, impressive from Fluxo as well. The key feature piece there is the fact that you've got the long player waiting patiently and then takes the contact as soon as Fluxo come up this B ramp. So you're completely using her as a distraction, even finding the first kill, nullifying Angelika's position. That was huge, and that is Fluxo taking a huge step here.
Team ace for Fluxo as well. Everyone contributing to that round. Good start to the CT side. An exchange of weaponry. Na'Vi will buy into this. And you know what? Despite the nerfs to the economy, thanks to a couple of kills, Letty gets out the AK. There's some Galils. You're missing head armor, and you're certainly missing some U-shell. But it might be more than Fluxo expect.
Yeah, Poppins alone over at Donut as well.
This is something I noticed a lot versus Let Her Cook. Poppins was pretty much solo middle, and they were punishing that a lot.
Look at Hanker. But this time Poppins has got help. Julie dealt with by the boost, and now Poppins turns round, and Hanker steps in, and even finds a second. That's huge.
Massive. Younger tries to alleviate, but she can't get it done. The SMGs go awry, and so Na'Vi bite back immediately, and that one really stings for Fluxo.
Yeah, really interesting that you have got this Poppins solo mid sort of expedition. Sure, she didn't adventure too far into it in this round, but that's not really how you play sort of Ancient as a CT side. You want to take high priority, you drop all your utility, you take space, and you try and scale in towards Shelf. You don't normally leave just one player solo there. Here's Julie, trademark Nova, off she goes into A main.
Yeah, often you'll even see A just given up, right? And a lot of pressure put on mid, at least in those first 30 seconds or so. All right, let's see this Nova. Na'Vi surely considering this position, but Julie has managed to slink by, and she draws blood. Just the one, but hey, it pays for itself.
True, and now you've got Poppins up close. Younger taking the contact first. Are you going to be ready for Poppins? Trying to get ahead of things. Goddess has found another. Poppins with the swing, but no bullets are connected. Na'Vi are surviving.
Yeah, I needed one there at least to give Goddess a chance in this round. Well, there's the 3 bomb planted. Don't love her chances, but she's still backing herself into this. Na'Vi have really strong post-plant positions, a deep donut setup. You've got a player in towards Temple, and then you've got one at Big Box as well. So I think for Goddess, you're not given a kill immediately. She'll hear them start to back away. Maybe some damage could be good. The kill's going to keep players present. Nice HE will do some further damage. She dies, and that bomb won't go off.
Yeah, nice try. I like the idea to try and get as much damage as possible. And RV, this is probably best case scenario now, because sure, you lose the pistol, but you've won that force buy. You've now completely broken the economy of Fluxo Demons. This one has to be an eco. It's just going to be pistols. You can start to build up your momentum.
About as good a start as you'd want if you're Na'Vi, even if you lose the pistol. Follow up to feel just as good. Anchor will be investigating middle. Behind this red smoke lies quite a few Fluxo Demons. She's not going to be too exposed. Squad will take their time clearing on B with all the flames. Hanker might be able to get herself a few eco frags.
Yippee! How many can she grab? Oh, pretty much all of them. 3 will do. Angelika steps in to play bodyguard to this rifle. And this one goes about as you expect. NAVI Javelins completely clean up, only losing 1 player. The Galil becomes the AK.
Yeah, that one's really nice for Na'Vi. I kind of expected maybe a flash play out through that smoke. I thought that that's where they were setting up for in middle, because, you know, you put 2 players kind of on each side of red and a flash over the top out through the smoke, but Hanker's able to elude them and get her 3. That's just formality. Back to the action, and Na'Vi, strong default towards middle and A side. They've been given a lot of space. Hanker thinks she has something. Poppins on that solo fight still wins one out, but Lena is doubled up by herself in lane.
That molly is everything. And here's another one that can be everything. Julie forced into the open, and sure, these players are low for Na'Vi, but they got the two-player advantage. Anna X is on a massive flank. She's going to go ahead on collision right now, and somehow, someway, she finds nothing. Angelka's on 1 HP.
That's the A1S, baby. Can't get the kill done. Look how low they all are. Oh, this one stings, but it's going to be Navi's round. Younger's just so far removed.
They have 98 health between all four of them.
If Anna, I mean, obviously Anna X is a 2v4 and she wants to catch the flank timing and she gets spotted and sees them, so she has to commit to the fight. But if she just kind of sat on the other side of T's spawn and they'd come to her, it would have been, I think, a multi-kill for sure and maybe a way to bring that round through. But
yeah, the issue is
it's not her fault.
Yeah,
just,
no, you don't know where
yeah,
they're
exactly.
going, right? You've lost space out towards mid and shelf. You expect them to maybe wrap in towards A and donut. And now it's just a case for Younger just to wait patiently and just try and get out with the AK. She should be able to. I doubt they're going to hunt her because they got no health.
Yeah, although I don't think they can stick around either.
That's true, yeah, they might blow up.
I think everyone's going to die on the Na'Vi side. Does Lena live there? I'd be really surprised.
I don't think so.
Not with it planted that side. Surely they both go down. No, okay, well, what do I know?
So it turns out that tree just blocks the explosions. Fair enough, keeping two alive from that situation is perfect. That round's unfortunate, but honestly, MVP is Lena because she's able to get the trade on pop-ins and then through this molly, completely forces into the open.
But why is Poppin scaling ledge without any support? And I don't just mean bodies, I mean utility, I mean anything, right?
So it looks like on that replay, Flashbang comes in too late. Also looks like that the timing is not there. She's taken the space. She's got a kill. There's even more of a delay. Flashing through mid. They're full blind. And Angelka checks for Julie.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean, right? You get the kill. Do you need to go up onto the ledge at that point? Goddess gets one with the PT-50. And now she picks up the Nova. But you're not going to walk into her. Younger's AK lies in wait. That's a nice clean kill. This one can still get messy, can still get scary. Donut is the space, and it's where Na'Vi group.
Yeah, but the rifle is all the way on B.
Yeah, she needs to move.
Goddess has just got a Nova. And now you've got the USP just fighting solo. Like, this one is 100% done, surely.
Yeah, Goddess should be known as well. I wouldn't mind if she just threw a molly over the top one towards default, but instead she swings with a PT-50 and gets the kill. As this round...
There's a molly for Donut.
There's the conversation. She's not going to throw it. She's just going to peek, get the information. Now it comes out. No, not able to get it off. VQ holds the line, and it's on to Younger. And with two players in Donut, no way for Younger to get them to reveal themselves. She's running out of bullets, running out of time, can't find the kill. For a moment, you could see a way in with Goddess getting that first frag, but Na'Vi, power position in Donut.
Yeah, the mid space is really being exploited. Something that you said immediately just coming into this first half. Na'Vi have really got a game plan here, focusing on A, focusing on mid, and they're completely overwhelming Fluxo Demons at the moment. It feels like all the good things we were speaking about Fluxo Demons doing in that first map, that first instance of their map pick of Nuke, we're not really seeing the same. That the trades are just not quite there. The cohesion is just a little bit off. It's only by half a second to a second, but it's these fine margins. So a good opportunity to take this pause. And this one's such a pivotal round because you can't let Na'Vi run away with this.
It definitely feels like they are at the start. That's how Goddess got that first kill. Some good shots for PT-50. Her form has been fantastic so far in this match. All smiles on the dial of Angelka. Younger's AWP in play. Anchor again, getting ahead of the molly and getting the kill. I think I saw that one on Nart. A spot where you can drop that smoke in the corner and it will extinguish a deep molly and you're able to kind of fight ahead. Really nice play to get the opening kill.
And now Julie feels like she needs to fight Shelf to kind of be here as the B players to take space back. So a good reaction here, but at the same time, everyone from Na'Vi is rotating over. VQ's allowing that distraction piece, but keep your eye on Lena.
Goddess though. Oh, the gun barrel actually is blocked Lena for a second. Does find that kill before she's traded.
Wow.
And Anorex doesn't even get a chance to shoot. Letty, very sharp flick onto the head. Young Azorp, not in the right place this round. She sits back and there are a couple of low HP players, so if a kill's gifted, if Angelica oversteps the mark, that could entice them in. I thought timing shot was going to come through for a second. Doesn't, so Na'Vi get on to 6.
And now you got to adjust here. You push mid so many times, Fluxo, and you've been overwhelmed. Maybe send an extra player over towards Cave and fight for self-control that way. Push down B ramp early. Because these other players are just not working out. Adjustments need to be made. Because this is the worst case scenario. If Na'Vi are able to pick up their map pick and they do it in a dominant fashion, all your hard work that has just been put, all of that output, overtimes on Nuke, it's all undone.
Oh, Younger just about survives that AWP. It's the only weapon they will save over, and that was the full investment. So it's going to be one of these rounds where you've got an AWP around, maybe a couple of pistols. And a bit more somber in the camp of the Brazilians. That pistol round all they've picked up so far in this half. Okay, they do get an SMG out, so it's took a little bit of bite to it.
Same style around, and again, it's these deep cave mollies that are really pushing Fluxo Demons back, and it makes sure that this mid space is isolated. Younger isolates Letty, and then round the corner goes the SMGs. One more player lies in wait, but immediate trades.
Yeah, look where the bomb is as well. Now, I don't know if they know because it's on the other side of the smoke right now, and Angelica can still disrupt. Hank is also in red room, and she might catch this double donut push. So despite all of Fluxo's efforts, it could still crumble. They still don't know about the bomb. I don't think. But they are going to group. Maybe they do have an inkling.
Oh, Hanka walks back. The timing has completely eluded them. They have no idea whatsoever. And now suddenly you've got Angelica spamming because you're trying to buy all this time for Hanka to get involved. Now they know that the bomb's at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, and Hanka can just walk around from behind, gets that one, spots the second, but Poppins hits the shot. So it leaves it to Angelica, and you knew exactly where she just was. Flames forward. Not going to delay her too long. Oh, that's an interesting smoke. Not actually where the CTs are. Another molly at HE. Going to do some decent damage, but surely a double layering should be enough. Nice smoke. She has to fight forward. There's no way to get it done.
What a round out of Fluxo, and that's a really big swing. That's a momentum, that's a confidence builder. Remember, they brought in, what, an AWP that was saved, an MP9 and pistols. And they're able to make it look that convincing. Sure, there's some timings that kind of escape both parties in this situation, but here's the dynamic, and here's the reaction that we're talking about here. A push down B ramp is not expected, and suddenly, NAVI Javelins get completely overwhelmed.
So the first gun round. Now we do see this double mid setup, so the variation, that flashbang is so good. Julie blind, it doesn't matter, holds down left click and it gets her a double. No way into middle this time around.
And a re-smoke immediately. Lena, is she gonna walk through it? Is she gonna test the waters? Someone needs to be audacious here for NAVI. And it doesn't matter, Poppins is providing Overwatch. You're right, it's Julie's hat trick. And this time the mid defense holds.
Yeah, that's what Fluxo have been needing to do. Poppins given sole responsibility time after time and doesn't have the resources to go up against the whole squad on the other side. Didn't work for Let Her Cook. They've reviewed that, identified that weakness, and now she has that support of Julie into this round, and it makes all the difference.
Yeah, that's the first time in one of these rifle rounds in which there's been adequate trade spacing. Because even up B ramp, NAVI been able to get these fights for free. BQ misses the shot, and again, there's Anna X at ramp. So even there, that's a really good example of, even if one player falls to the AWP there, there's going to be a guaranteed trade. Much better, and it's what they need to do. Rely on the basics. Remember your fundamentals.
Now we're starting to see the tones shift between the two, but NAVI still have a very commendable scoreline at 6-2. Very liberal with the pauses they've just found in this series so far, which feels in stark contrast to some of the others that we've had. It shows these two teams relying a understanding kind of the necessities of taking these timeouts. The coaches of both these teams as well have been with these squads for essentially the entirety that they've been competing in this circuit.
It's because this round, especially for Fluxo Demons, is one of pure importance. This one's breaking point, potentially for NAVI Javelins. Sure, you give them 30 seconds, and this time, even more smokes being fired out instantaneously. When these smokes were set up before, Hanka scaled in towards Red Room.
Yeah, Younger doesn't spot anything initially, and Poppins does. Breaks the smoke in Donut, and she finds Angelica. A great opener from a more passive position.
There is Hanka in Red Room, gets flashed forward. But Singe is in the molly. I don't think that would have been heard by Poppins.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be a response from Fluxo at any rate, right? They've got 3 players on B. So you imagine their play is to take the control down ramp. At the moment, it's just Lena with the Tech 9 sitting on the other side of the doors, so they'll get all this. Viku spotted as well. That's the A main lurk. Options limited for Na'Vi. Lena tries to slink through the smoke, and she's found success. Can't get the double. Hanka. Oh, the timing again. She is the queen of catching them off guard. And with Letty getting Julie, it's given Na'Vi a chance back in this round.
Yeah, look, you got to go for this now if you're Fluxo. This is a really important round to win. AnaX solo. Younger has just walked on the site. They nearly line up, but Younger now knows that both occupy this area. There's a smoke and there's a kit.
You just got to defuse this, don't you? With the AWP, I mean, what are your chances otherwise? Oh, that's one way to do it. And now you can just stick. Hanka, oh, does she have time? She needs to kill her, needs to spam, needs to find the kill. She can't do it, runs out of bullets. Younger ninjas it from straight under their nose.
Not sure if she even got the final kill at the very end. But really well done from Younger. Puts the smoke on the bomb, isolates the fight, makes it a one-on-one. That's so much easier, especially because Hanka had that nade. Not enough bullets in the magazine. Sweaty palms. But it's Fluxo Demons, even with the difficult task of being timed on. They've adjusted in the middle of this game, and they're giving themselves a fighting chance.
Hanka does keep that AK from the round before. That's going to be the strongest weapon into this round. What a clutch from Younger. Beautifully played in the 1v2. It's Na'Vi on the back foot.
Yeah, they both lived.
Just hit onto B. Seems to be the play with the Tech 9s trying to overwhelm. Set up Hanka to close and trade.
Oh, but look at this push, though. Julie's got all the room, which means you can further reinforce this if you're Fluxo. Keep Younger over at mid. We've got 3 riflers now on B and Julie on the quick flank.
Yeah, they're going to have 3 people in place to hold. Smokes over the top.
They're ahead of this util.
They're going straight forward. AnaX takes the fight to them, and she's good for 1, but Hanka and Angelica have found 1 apiece. Hanka is traded. The AK needs to be picked up. And Goddess is still on the site. Angelica tries to walk through the smoke and catch her off guard, but can't get it done. And we've still got Julie, who's ascended up towards ledge, but she gets caught off. So we're back into a 2v2, and Na'Vi, they find that opening. They know Julie's that A player. We've got an open runway.
There's a smoke that could be put down on CT as well. But Viku's actually just going to throw it forward and create new angles to try and plant the bomb. Goddess onto Lena is huge. And now Viku needs to play around the edge, but it's Goddess instead. Another retake successful for the Demons.
Yeah, beautifully played by Goddess. You think maybe if that smoke had gone to CT, it might have been a bit more useful. Would have made it really difficult for Goddess to push out, but they just want to get that bomb down ASAP. I think maybe not anticipating how fast Goddess would be there.
Also, you've not seen Younger. You haven't heard the up ring out over at B, so you don't know how quick that rotate is going to be in from A.
Yeah, there's always the potential the swing can come from Temple as well, so player not planting, which leader in this position, she's got to worry about both of those possibilities. And they want that bomb down. So chance of Fluxo to tie up at the half. Momentum is in their favor currently.
This is fast. This is an exec just straight on towards A, and Younger's in the right place.
She is alone. 2 players deep middle. What can Younger do? She's clutched already, and she draws first blood. First is hers. She's looking for more. HE does a bit of damage. Swapping to the Tech 9, spamming. Doesn't even need the AWP. And she's kept them at bay. That's enough. There was this lurk timing onto Goddess, and that's been what sent Na'Vi back.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, where Young'a hasn't received any further contact, you can now reset. You can now rotate. Anna X doesn't see any utility, so she has to be a little bit mindful of where Lena could got off to. But at the same time, they're here.
Yeah, it feels like Lena maybe needs to take more space when she could. Because now you're going to have 2 players to deal with. That's smoke. Drop forward actually gives some space for Lena to work with. But with Anorex in long, getting the double, that should be enough, you feel. Lena would need to clutch to give Na'Vi a 7th. And, well, she's found that first one, but low HP. Close angle from Julie will be enough. We are equal as we go to the halftime break.
Well then, from 6-1 to 6-6, Fluxo Demons are staking a claim to potentially eliminate NAVI Javelins and make them progress further to win this map. Otherwise, their journey at Dallas, it's over.
6-6. Not quite the mark of the beast. The Demons are here in the server and they are causing hell for Na'Vi. Viku lies in wait with the dual Berettas. Letty on A, so a lot of bodies in the right place. Smoke comes forward. They're going to force their way through. Letty can't find the kill, and now she's under pressure, being overwhelmed, but Viki's duel is only the one. They still have Hanker in play, but that donut smoke means that she can't get involved.
And you've also just got Julie on this really late lurk that can activate at any moment, at any time. Very much what Hanker was doing to Poppins in Donut, and she's hit the timing. Hanker, surely dealt with. Angelica will find one, and in fact, another. A 2-on-2, it's doable.
And there's a kit right there. Right next to the box. They have to clear anyway, so they can recover it. A smoke as well, and leaves it to Julie. They know where she is. Smoke goes forward. Julie needs to find the kills. Can't quite get it done. Lena's the one spamming forward, providing coverage. Not allowing her teammate to get shot while defusing, but even firing off shots of her own to get the kill.
Huge from NAVI Javelins, just when you think it's all said and done. Even with this lurk timer from Julie, it's Angelica, and then it's Lena with the close. These shots are so sick from Angelica. And it's even Lena with the body block in front just to guarantee the NAVI Javelins, and Angelica's so surprised.
Angelica, I think, is one of the best USP players in the entire scene. The amount of crazy multi-kills I've seen 2 USP aces from her in one series before. Absolutely nuts. Fluxo got the bomb plant though, so much like the other way around, we are seeing the buy come through. This actually looks quite a lot worse than Navi's did because they've prioritized utility, they've prioritized the head armor. Up against the SMGs. Gonna like having their noggins protected, but they try and force their way through the smoke, and guess who's on the other side? It's Angelica! And she even swaps to the MAC-10 to get that 3rd kill. Picks her M4 back up for the reload. Viku comes through for the final 2.
Oh, I don't know why you're pushing that smoke, I'll be honest. That seems really risky. I know you've expended your utility. I know there's a timing on these smokes, but there's no flashes. You just try and burst your way through. You're going into Angelica's domain, and she's just wrecked you in that previous round. You want to challenge her again? It seems costly. $600, by the way, picked up with an extra kill through the smoke.
It's crazy. The player with the M4 ends up getting an SMG. There she is. That's the Angelica we came to see. The fire truly ignited after those 2 rounds, 15 and 8. Fluxo put to pistols.
You know that she's the B player, and I feel like the game plan should be avoid her at all costs, but the issue you've got is when Viku gets activated with this AWP, she could be anywhere. And she loves holding out towards A. So that leaves you a little bit stumped with options here. Fluxo reset. They're able to find this opener on the pistol out A, but this time it's Glocks versus MP9.
Yeah, good luck. Although, I mean, Letty is alone. She doesn't have an incendiary or anything to kind of slow down this hit. The flashbang moves forward. And Letty, she'll ping-pong around. And there's that support. So it does arrive in time, and it's all good. It's all good.
This is very much what we saw in that first half. It was Fluxo's slow starters warming up into it. It's NAVI Javelin hot off the presses. First half and now second. Of course, it means an awful lot for them to win this map. And there is that AWP. Uncontested. Younger can't afford hers.
Finds mid, looks likely. Poppins in the position Hanker knows all too well, but Poppins wins it out through that spam, through the smoke. And they continue to extend for a moment. No, they are going to fall back. That HE going to hit the wrong target. The Fluxo have an opener. It does cost them a lot onto Poppins. It does put NAVI player down.
Oh, that smoke slightly missed over at the B doors. Sure, Angelica's pushing, but between her and Lena, they can't actually extend beneath this. They can only just peer over the top. They don't have true information of what lies in wait, which is the whole roster of Fluxo.
Well, we praised Angelica's holds on this site. We're about to see, can she do it against 5 players? Just this MP9 of Lena by her side. They're going to need rotations quickly. Letty is on her way. But these rifles, this rifle and the SMG need to shine, but it's Angelica. And she's again found the multi, running out of bullets, and she is run down, but the reinforcements arrive for a moment. Still the player advantage. But Viku gets the big kill. That's Younger. Poppins is low. Orb still in hand. VQ misses the shot. HE onto her. Poppins is so low, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because VQ hits hers. And a 1v2 for the Orb on this side.
I think that's actually wild that Poppins peaks that. I guess you're low HP, you don't know about the utility that VQ's got.
That's an AWPer, right?
I mean, if you're peeking her, just do it wide. Like, the jiggles are not going to work, especially against VQ. That's a 1-on-2, and that is the VQ effect. Ringing out against Fluxo Demons yet again. Didn't prove to matter too much on Nuke, but here on Ancient, it could be the driving force alongside Angelka. And that was even with that opener in mid.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's Poppins who's on 3 HP after that opener that ends up being the one that has to clutch it out. Angelka again. If you go into this B bomb site, you're paying the Angelka toll, and it is costly.
Just don't fight her. Just, it's as simple as that. I know that sounds just really black and white, but at the same time, she's had so many multi-kills against you in this second half. It's not worth the risk.
Yeah, to be fair though, I mean, these holes over an A have been solid as well, and the AWP starts there this time. And then you got Hanker in middle. So it doesn't get easy. But I guess there's paths of lesser resistance. Ooh, the flashbang. Bails Poppins out. Up low in the smoke, Letty did have a good opportunity for the fight.
It's a lot of resources, though, used on mid to find that opening kill. Look at the belt for Fluxo coming into this. Your execute has only got 1 smoke.
That's a massive amount of damage, though. And it's on Angelka. So she has to fall back. She has to play passive. Needs support. VQ is going to move towards red, and oh, this peer over. Oh, Poppins! There we go. 2 massive kills from her in this round. Mid is her domain. Lena tries to step in, got her, swings the angle. And this is looking like Fluxo's round.
Yeah, I'll be honest, actually not having utility is what has enabled Fluxo Demons to win this round. Because typically on these executes, they've been really trademarking where they're going to go. With the util reigning over the top, it's always been the commitment of the support network of util, and then 2 seconds later, Fluxo strike. This time, NAVI are left guessing where they lose that opener in towards mid. VQ walks back over, but you've got 2 players already holding in mid. They're trying to take space because they don't have the resources to fully exec on a site.
This has been a very swingy game, hasn't it? Obviously, Fluxo got the first round, but then it was NAVI with 6 in a row, then it was 5 in a row for Fluxo, 4 in a row for NAVI. So by that mathematics, we should be seeing a whole slew of rounds for Fluxo coming through.
Oh, it was 6-5-4. It should be 2 more, and then NAVI wins another for counting down. Game's over.
All right, so where does that ends with NAVI winning by that logic?
Yeah. Does it be 2-1? Yeah.
Quick maths. Lovely opener. That's actually crazy.
I will be real though, like that investment of utility in towards middle was something that is not sustainable for the longevity of Fluxo Demons.
What? I don't think she saw her.
On their T side. I don't think she did either.
Until she started shooting. And then I started blasting, says Poppins. NAVI have a buy into this, but they will have to keep it light in the next one. So there is a chance for Fluxo to get this scoreline very close. They've got a lot of space in middle this time. Not the kill, but anchor in the middle. Good for 1, not 2. Never going to get 2 in that position. So now you've got Donut. You got players in main. This is going to be A, but VQ lies in wait, and you got to get past her. Nice jiggle on the angle. She can't find the shot, has to fall back. The smoke, defensive, in fact, into Donut is everything. They try and disengage, and with Poppins getting that kill, they can leave. But Lena, she's run all the way through, MB9 in hand, good for 1. And this one gets chaotic.
Yeah, this one gets weird, because if you're Fluxo, oh, this kill is everything Letty needs to clear, and I don't think she's going to. No! Poppins hits the shot, and suddenly you can re-walk back into A, but Fluxo are going to go B.
Oh, this is weird. Is she, or is she just going to sell that it's B? Yeah, okay. And if you're VQ, yeah, you're biting on this. That Molotov?
She's going B.
Oh my god. Too many layers. Too many layers. VQ's clutched on this side already, and she's heard them. That smoke at least gives Fluxo space. They can cross.
Is there a gap there? No, not quite.
She's gonna walk through. She's gonna walk through. Oh, but the smoke as she crouches gets in her eyes. And Poppins tells him.
That round, you're right, it's just ridiculous. So much secrecy going on, but it's Poppins that has the trade kill here on Donut, and then the most important kill of the round is this one here. A triple header from the young gun. And now suddenly a ray of sunshine parts the clouds over Ancient as Fluxo Demons break this bank of NAVI Javelins.
I feel like for Fluxo, okay, this is gonna... Have you watched Dragon Ball Z?
No.
Okay, so I kind of see Poppins as kind of Gohan, and like the first 2 seasons, or 2 years of ESL Impact, sorry, it's kind of like the first sagas of Dragon Ball Z. I don't mind doing this metaphor when you've not watched it, but
sure.
For everyone at home.
There'll be people listening.
And then now we're at the end of Cell Saga, right? This is Poppins about to, you know, she's about to go Super Saiyan. Yeah, you like that one? She's going Super Saiyan.
It's like a telenovela.
You know what? Yeah, and it ties back to super.
Women.
What was it? What was the word?
Super.
Heku, why aren't you here? Well, anyway, Poppins is super cool. I love Poppins.
Oh. And Poppins loves getting kills. It'll be Anna X that she cleans up. But here we are again. Same juncture, right? Na'Vi accelerating off in the distance, but you look in the rearview mirror and suddenly it's not just Fluxo Demons, it's the whole of the South American region right behind them, pushing them forward. Potentially disarming the Javelins.
All right, so by your script, that's the 3rd round. So Na'Vi, can they fulfill the prophecy? Bounce back into this one. If they don't, we'll be all tied up. Both these maps, so close. This is the game that was promised between them.
And guess what they've been doing, which has been working, by the way? They've been just avoiding Angelica. They've been fighting mid and going A instead. And it has been working. I think what's interesting as well is Fluxo are this team that are conditioning quite a lot, and then at any moment will just immediately flip the script and get really aggressive. This won't happen in this round, in my opinion, because Younger is on the AWP.
Poppins will be in middle. The same kind of set of utility is thrown with the smoke towards red, the smoke donut. Angelica a lot more active. She's in cave this time, poking out Jaguar. She could catch a timing, or maybe she'll miss it completely. Instead, Poppins tries to make the play. VQ is sniffing it out. Now will VQ clear close? Left despite everything. Poppins swings on it. And now she can continue to put pressure into CT. Letty's going to start to sweat. In fact, she goes into Temple. Now, this is very loud, and maybe that's a slight mistake, but maybe it won't matter. This many bodies, she can just pop out if needed. But they've got the space. The smoke can be deployed to Donut. Oh, okay. Poppins tries. Hanker gets the equalizer.
2 flashes, that's it for Fluxo Demons. But NAVI Javelins, though, they have no intel. And with that space that Poppins got in towards Temple, you don't know how many players are actually here for Fluxo Demons. It is just one. Crossfire set up all over. Another resmoke potentially being sent out over towards A main. That will help. We've got to get past the boost, and time's ticking.
Ken's AWP's in play as well, in a powerful position. Younger hits her first shot. Angelica clears the boost, but Younger is still taking shots. Can't quite get the 3rd, but she might have done enough. In the backlines comes Julie, and we are 10 apiece.
Yeah, and that's huge from Poppins again, because sure, she gets that kill. I really like that she runs through Temple, because you get all the audio, suddenly you're disorientated. Why is she being so loud? Where's the rest of her team? And at any moment, they can swing out A main. It completely subjects Na'Vi in towards Donut. And I really like the speed of which that they plant the bomb.
Sick round from Poppins. How many times do you have to say that? The impact fragging she brings to the server. Talk about avoiding Angelica. It feels like Na'Vi can't avoid Poppins. Oh, nice little way to get the opening kill, but hey, guess who it is? Through the smoke, in fact.
You talked about, sure, going Super Saiyan, leveling up. Think about that career trajectory for Fluxo. Beating Enigma Galaxy at the time, and now potentially knocking out NAVI Javelins. Viku with the Deagle, has to be clean with it, and can't hit a shot. Fluxo are once again in A.
Lina gets one on that spray, but this was only the half buy, and Angelica is making a compelling case. Can't get a second.
Save.
I don't know. You're buying in the next anyway. It's a 2v2. It's doable. It's doable.
Oh, I think they were worried about B, where it went so silent. So they're going to reset through CT instead.
Okay, Letty's the entry to set up Viku. Younga's got a great angle though. You feel like Letty will just go down for free. Is Viku quick enough on the trigger? Trade! Oh, they just line up. Doesn't even matter. Fluxo are in the lead.
And this is such a pivotal gun round. This is make or break. This is do or die in Dallas now for NAVI Javelins. Something I didn't think I'd be saying potentially this early in the competition. But Fluxo are making a statement. Fluxo are making a stand, and this A bomb site has proved to be incredibly vulnerable.
This almost feels like what happened to FlyQuest, right? First game should have been Navi's. It falls to the wayside in OT. And this one, they had all the advantages, but Fluxo keep fighting. Poppins finally put down, but it takes 3 CTs to deal with her.
They might just send this into a fast B play. You've seen a lot of players here, and that means Angelica to be tested again. They will not push this smoke. The nade behind it is decent, but it doesn't do enough damage.
Okay, but for Navi, they can breathe for a moment. They get that first kill in the first 15 seconds. They can reset, spread your defenders. Fluxo are the ones who have to come up with the solution.
There's no AWP on Viku. That's the dangerous thing here. Is that she can't just lock off one angle. Sure, she's delegated to hold the entirety of A. You got Hanko jiggling Red Room with that quick rotate. And Fluxo are going to reset and walk mid.
This might favor Navi, depending if Hanko can get the information and stay alive. That's everything. So, oh, she gets it. She gets it in spades. 3 bodies spotted. Now smoke goes to Red. She can rotate. Viku drops hers. And if you're Fluxo, you have to commit very soon because time is running out. You have 2 options. Go through the smoke or go back up ledge. And the time, it's too risky to go big, it feels. So they're going to sit, wait for the smoke and try and burst through. This pause has caused Navi to question. A good reposition from Viku. No one's coming main. Oh, they go through Red? Insanity. The bomb's here. And there's Letty. This one's going to be all tied up once again.
Yeah, that's really well done, especially from Viku and Hanka. Hanka doesn't commit to that initial Red Room fight, rotates off, and that gives the information, as you were saying, for Viku just to deny with the util. The only space Fluxo Demons had was in towards middle, and it wasn't created at the start of the round. They had to invest everyone over there to make sure it wasn't cleared. That wasn't even an expensive round for Navi. That was perfect. They keep everyone alive, pretty much.
Yeah, just Lina they lose, I think. And that's necessary for them because they were on the brink.
That's an AWP that can be recovered as well. That can go into Viku's hands for free.
Oh, didn't actually pick it up. Might not have been able to get to it. I think Younger died deep red at the start. Could be wrong, but alright, this is the cave smoke. The Fluxo set a middle, they're going to put more pressure over B instead. Flash is good onto Letty, but she's okay, and they've scaled fast. But Letty jumping up, gets one back, but it's even. It's even. And Younger swings for another. She's low, but those 3 kills from Younger are everything.
Big fight of Fluxo. It's the variation. It's the acceleration up shelf. Now, this could still get a little bit tricky because Lina should be able to find Younger here. That molly's great. I think Julie spotted her out on the jump. Can this bomb make it over safely? It looks like it with Angelica still in cave. Lina hits the critical kill. And remember, Younger is low.
Younger's incredibly low. How has Lena not been able to find the skill? Feels like Younger's been flirting with death the entire time and still stays alive. Younger jumping back and forth, not giving that line of sight to Lena. And so it's Angelica, who has been the beast of NAVI. And she'll be needed to clutch up a 1v2 to find map point. There's the one. And Younger, who opened this up with a triple, needs the quad to close, and she is so low. Angelica, that molly, gonna go find default, so it isolates an angle. Younger's tucked into the corner. A tap on the bomb. Will the swing come? It's on its way, and Angelica's quick on the flick. NAVI to map point.
It needed, and you can't avoid her forever. Essential from Angelica keeps NAVI in it. And that is even with Younger staying alive for so long, trying to sort of bait and switch both of her teammates in. The fact that Lena stays alive for as long as she did is everything. Because, of course, it's that Angelica clutch, but Lena makes it possible. She needs her flowers.
I can't believe how Younger stays alive that long. It's remarkable. The Fluxo, again, 12-11, have to force it OT. They've done it once. Can they do it again? Not with Angelica holding B.
I thought this change of pace was coming, but I really don't like the call for it to be in round 24. It feels incredibly predictable. If they did it in the previous, sure, wouldn't have minded it. But you go straight up into Angelica again, the bane of Fluxo demons.
Mid-space, but Letty holding a sliver angle, so she'll see nothing because Poppins puts one through her. And now they can accelerate. VQ's here with the AWP. Fires off a shot, it doesn't connect. Nice incendiary drop 4, but she can't get involved just yet. The bomb to be planted, a chance for Fluxo. And they need it. 3 versus 4. NAVI have space, and I think with VQ's position, they know no one could have crossed the main. There's smokes in play.
They've got to swing together, though. There's no flashbangs. They need to move now. VQ will lead the charge, but it's Julie in this fight on CT. That's everything. And Poppins punctures the retake efforts. There's Julie stepping in. And Joker with the quick trade. Smokes can go on. And Joker's got the kit. This one's still winnable.
They need to defuse. Need to get on it. Angelica is. And she's defusing in the smoke and ninja defuse. Can she get it? No! It's denied by the knife. And we go overtime again.
Of course we do. Because why not? That's exactly what this game needs. A sigh of relief. Appreciation for Poppins, because yet again, she opens the show and she comes in with impact. And I'm not just talking ESL. Huge.
How close was that? She can't find her until the last second. That's got to be the tiniest margin. What a way for Fluxo to get us here. That was a 3v5. And it's all Poppins, baby.
And you take 30 seconds to breathe because that was the force back into overtime that you needed if you're Fluxo Demons. And sure, it gives 30 seconds for NAVI to try and reset, but it's their backs that are now up against the walls because yet again, they did the hard part. They're the ones that forced it to map point again, and once more, it's been denied. However, this one can have much more serious implications if they drop the ball.
Call from Fluxo. It's heavy B. And is lightly defended to begin with. Poppins has a poke out middle. Boost up for the AWP. Younger takes a peek. Cops a HE straight to the face, but Angelica spammed and burnt. Lena has to fall back. Letty arrives to defend. And you've gotten rid of this rock-solid defender, the thing that was keeping you out of B. Now you just feel more emboldened to strike. Poppins catches middle. Good smoke timing. Keeps them at bay, but Fluxo have a lot of options.
Oh, Poppins is so good in middle. She just completely resets. NAVI looking to walk. Flashbang not affecting. And her X. First one is hers. Can she find the follow-up? Not quite. But still, space being created. Damage being done. And Poppins overwhelming once more. I'm so glad she didn't decide to retire at the age of 15.
Imagine if Donk did that. Insane. 20 for 18, 8 assists, 105 ADR. Actually, that's probably gone up now from where I'm looking at it.
It's not even just her stats, though. It's the impact, and it's the fact that she's been given so much responsibility in towards middle, and she always makes the right play. This time is just completely tucked underneath the box, waiting for Hanka to make this move.
Yeah, it's the opposite of the CT situation, right? Where on CT, she is the sole one there, and it was a bit of a struggle. They had to reinforce and eventually fix that issue. On the T side, I think this is why she feels so confident on the CT side, because she just gets away with murder there.
First blood drawn by the Demons. And they like the taste of it. VQ back on this AWP. Julie this time leading the charge out middle. This one's a lot faster. Through the fire, through the flames. Julie lucky to be alive, but it's Letty that finds two.
Great damage with the utility. Makes it so easy for Letty to collect. And not a lick done to the CTs. Remember, we got to OT off a 3v5, but VQ's AWP in the perfect position. Not the kill, but good damage. She needs to be careful. Or maybe it's Fluxo that needs to be careful. So NAVI looking to answer back immediately. And they will.
Important. Really important. That time it is that rifler just completely bailing out VQ. I think it's interesting because the opening kill in that first round of OT was all created and orchestrated by a molly. Same here in mid, this time for NAVI. New heroes being created. Letty being the star. And we put so much emphasis on VQ, but now we look to her calling. All will be forgiven in her numbers if NAVI are able to pull and weather the storm.
This is an A hit and no one is home right now. Letty is going to arrive and she's kind of holding the close angle on sign. So she can drop the incendiary if they continue. Hanka will rotate as well. The other three are very separated. Letty, oh, first kill's hers. Poppins forced through the flames and she goes down for free. That's a massive kill to find. And that causes Fluxo to hesitate for a second. Julie and Younger a boost up for the AWP. Can get awkward in this position with the sniper. Fires off her shot, lets them know her presence. She has to dismount. Meanwhile, in mid, that's where the bomb on the back of Anna Rex is going to actually go up ledge.
The thing is that Letty was such a well-placed microphone there because she heard the boost being dismounted. So now you understand that this isn't going to be the A commit in the first place. And that's why Lena Angelka not rotated. Even got VQ coming over.
Yeah, look at the nice setup in short that they're holding. VQ can go long with the AWP. You got this double layering. It's really hard to break past.
And look, even if you want to try and get into this site, there's no smokes. It's one molly, two flashes. Like, how?
VQ has a firing range in front of her. She can take so many pot shots here. Those flames do nothing to this defensive setup. Time is ticking. All they need is a few clean headshots just to get past. VQ misses her first shot. Lena gets hers and even doubles up. VQ on the second time of asking will collect, and it's on to Younger. Great. Actually, CT flash favors her. Maybe there's a chance for another clutch from Younger. Bomb scrambled to be planted. Both of them have crossed long. Tech 9 in hand, she spots them out, needs the AWP to connect, needs to find it, but Letty hits hers. And so NAVI get two in this first half of OT.
Yeah, absolutely. And I tell you what, that timing is ridiculous. Another instance of it in this map because Younger was holding for that cross on CT, and as soon as she pulls the bomb out, that's when they cross over towards long. Not aware of how far advanced and the quantity of players there for NAVI Javelins, but they're able to make it work. But full credit to Fluxo because even with the sparse amount of util, they're still able to get onto this bomb site in the first place and plant, make it contestable, make every round a challenge.
Yeah, it's certainly not easy for NAVI. Down the T side. Remember they had that 6-1 start, everything was looking good, but the tail end, Fluxo started to find success, but that's Hanka doing her best Poppins impression to get the opening kill.
Now we think about what went right for Fluxo in that first half. It was them being proactive. It was them taking space. That's why Lena's holding for this B ramp aggression, because it bailed Fluxo Demons out so many times. And Viku's even going to be holding the line. Can Goddess boost here? No, instead they're going to swing. They're ahead of the snipers. Goddess gets 2 kills and dinks Angelica down incredibly low.
I feel like that's enough, right? With Poppins lying in wait. She's the only one here. Younger hasn't moved over, but Poppins can win this round all by herself. Na'Vi need to group, need to have that trade available. Younger is so far removed.
Poppins just needs to be patient here, because they can't actually molly her. Where she's standing right now, it's on an off angle in case they come Jaguar. They're not, they're coming ramp. But they have to go deep invested in towards cave if they want to clear her.
Yeah, and they're going to be noisy. They're going to let her know that they are present on B. And so, looking to just prioritize maybe the bomb plant. Is Poppins just going to walk out and try and deny? Yeah, she wanted to. Wanted to make the play. Felt like she needed to. But Lena, fully aware of it. If you're Younger, I mean, if you don't go for this round, Na'Vi will get map point, but with the orb in hand, what can you do?
You're saving. You can't even capitalize off the low HP.
Yeah, that one's already dealt with.
People might question that smoke placement, by the way, of Na'Vi, and it's actually really clever, because by smoking on towards the site, by smoking off long as well, you're creating like a wall, and you're dividing and you're funneling Fluxo into these angles that you want to fight in. That's why Lena was there in the first place, holding for Poppins to walk out a cave. So it's clever, because it's Na'Vi that create their own angles. They create their own success story. And they've got 2 chances to force it to a decider now.
Closest can be between these 2 teams all throughout this series. Exactly what we expected, and this is why we were kind of posturing these teams as potential trophy lifters. It's bittersweet for them to battle here, but it's bloody good Counter-Strike.
Aggressive space in mid, again, being taken by Fluxo. And this time uncontested, but look about how much util has been dispensed without Na'Vi really doing too much. They're expecting aggression, they're anticipating it. But currently, Fluxo have given them nothing.
Yeah, 1 smoke left on the back of Viku. It's going to have to be a lot of contact plays. Fluxo are going to get information. Oh, Lena. Not spotted.
But this has all been heard.
She comms this over, and maybe they look to punish this position. Now they know you've got this lane set up. There's probably a player in towards Cubby. Surely you're going to clear this. Are they not aware of this potential? That's crazy. You knew players were close, and yet still. AnaX gets 1 for free. There's no possibility of the trade. Lena can just watch on helplessly.
And look at Younger. She's now rotated in because they're so worried about these players down ramp. Hanker trying to alleviate some pressure. AnaX still on the other side. Denies the bomb. Or no, she doesn't.
It goes down, and now there's still a chance. It's a 2v4, but Angelica's found 1. Lena can't convert. It's all onto Angelica, and she's so low. So are they, but it doesn't matter. Run down by the USP. And Fluxo have another chance to send us to another OT.
I honestly thought that Lena would have communicated that they're scaling up. They were not exactly quiet about that approaching towards the Cubby. But it's these high pressure moments. It's the tension. You can feel it all around you, Dallas. Expectations for both of these organizations are so high. And neither one of them wants an early exit. Even on Ancient, Double OT waits in the wings if the CT side is able to collect.
This one feeling a bit more standard from the get-go. The Na'Vi are grouped very early towards B. Again, we have Hanker active in middle. She might come face-to-face with Poppins, her nemesis on the other side. Poppins is being loud about her jump spotting. And if Hanker swings, I mean, that's a flash in her hand. Oh, she hears the runaway. She hears 2 players run away.
Look at Julie. This is everything. This is all misinformation, but they account for it.
Exactly. Of course you're accounting for it. You've heard 2 players run away. You're only running away from A if you've got the space in main. Poppins is going to rotate, but she's not aware that they're that close. So Na'Vi, another kill as well. It's taken OT, but it looks like finally they are going to close Ancient. Their map pick. A 3v5 required from Fluxo. Julie's low, stuck in A main, smoked off. There's Na'Vi players littering the site. 2, close, 3 in Donut. No way to deny that space either. It's planted for them. So it would need to be a sequence of insane kills for Fluxo for any chance. But it feels unlikely. It feels, maybe, like it can be done. Anorex and Goddess, they've gotten one each. But no, it's not going to happen. Too many bodies, and Na'Vi, finally, it takes OT, but they prevail.
Yeah, they do indeed. And look, I tell you what, too many bodies, too many problems there, right on that afterplant. Nice try from Fluxo, but it's NAVI Javelins that now show their true heart and their perseverance. Neither team are done in Dallas right now, and we need that Inferno decider, and that map is where all...
Letty's got some utility, VQ with a smoke as well. 3 players lying wait on B. A very common setup with the flashbang being held by Anorex. We've got the dual Berettas that can be activated. And even a smoke that can be dropped to deny a fast play. Fluxo have a fantastic setup against Na'Vi.
Here comes the util. Are they going to commit off the back of it with that smoke already being deployed? You feel like it. Anna X looking at monitors, waiting for the perfect moment.
Now, does them only go to new box or does it go to oranges? Because if it goes to oranges, it's perfect. Over the top. And it lands. Lena finds the first at the back of that flash. Turns out the tease is a little bit sharper. VQ with 2 assists to set up her pistols. And that's given them the clean entries. Anorex trying to claw something back and she can't get it done.
Such fine margins. Again, low HP bars on Hanker, on Lena, but it's the T flashbang that gets thrown in half a second after Anna X uses her utility. So Fluxo are fully blind and they're isolated on every single one of those fights. Even when it looked like a position of strength for Na'Vi, they're able to convert the round anyway.
Yeah, it really felt like Fluxo had the perfect setup, but Na'Vi, that flashbang and the Molotov, I think it did go to second oranges, and that did cause some discombobulation, as Nuke would say. Let's hold on to these 2 players whose armor actually goes unscathed, so might see fairly formidable force into it for them. And so yeah, that flashbang just destroyed Goddess. It was perfect from VQ.
A good start and a force buy in for Fluxo Demons. Because they save, they're able to get cheaper head armor.
Yeah, Julie actually gets the FAMAS. So Younger buys head armor, gets the MP9, and we have a rifle in play, so it's not too shabby. And for Fluxo, they're going to gamble towards the A side of the map, which looks to be the correct call, but got her spelled early by Letty. Younger will slip into that position. How thorough. Oh, Na'Vi. Just like there's some awareness of this corner. The flashbang will confirm. Younger gets info and falls back. Belina just walks out through the apartments and she's able to get 2. Younger will eventually deal with her. It's a little labored, but it's a job well done. Now you know it's just this sole defender and Younger on the side, and she gets another, but that's all it's going to be. You know where Poppins was, you know where Poppins is. This will be 2 for Na'Vi.
Yeah, good pacing on this round from Na'Vi. You hear the players rotate over it long in the first instance. You just take your time. You wait for Fluxo to get aggressive. Try and make some of these players that are pretty much trademark to how you expect them to play. And they punish. Vilga said a very important thing. It's just about calming down if you're Na'Vi. And rounds like this, where it is so controlled, where it is so measured, is a real testament to how they're able to reset in between maps.
Now, I know it's early to have this conversation, but it was something that was kind of noted on the desk a couple of times, and that's this decision from Fluxo to ban out Anubis, which means that we end up on Inferno. Now, Anubis I actually probably would have preferred as a decider for almost both teams, but I think it definitely would have been more even. Fluxo Only played it, what, once this year? I feel like I've barely seen it from them. And so it's kind of unknown territory in a way. As alluded. Sevenlicious was saying, that means there's tape. But Fluxo to work on NAVI. Zeus, we got USBs. I'm sad this one's not going to get action. Or maybe it will. Rex. Good damage. Okay. Everyone's waiting for this moment. Can we get the Julie cam if possible? Oh, no. Come on. Come on. She was waiting for a whole minute with that Zeus, and she swaps to the USB. The second laner arrives.
Wah, wah. Unlucky. That is shocking, but not for the reasons you'd hope for, Lucy. 3-0. Here comes the buy again. Now for Fluxo, they'll have everything. They'll have the arsenal. They'll have now all the tricks and trinkets behind them with the utility wrapped around their belts. Will they have the AWP in play for Younger?
Yes, sir. VQ still rocking the Mackie. Young is keen for a little action, has a little peeky period, doesn't see nothing at all. It's fast up banana for Navi. Hanker, oh, it's on top of the wall and Poppins. Not expecting that close position. I'm not sure if there was a flash that missed or what, but she peeks straight into Hanker's crosshair. Uh-oh. That's given up halfway through. You've seen that defender after you've found one sitting in that position. Yeah, that's free real estate. They're moving in. Setting fire as they do so. Anorex can't deny that bomb. You've just got these rifles. A 4-on-5. There's still a lurk player over on A. Now, if Younger catches Lena, does that entice you? No, it doesn't seem to be.
No, not at all. The thing is with this is that there's no kits. There's only like a sprinkling of utility here for Fluxo, and you've just brought everything and the kitchen sink into this round in the first place. Good design on the round from NAVI, because you find the opening kill and you just accelerate off the back of it. You don't give Fluxo an opportunity to recontest a different area of the map. Two primary zones you look to control. Top banana, top brackets. Fluxo had neither.
For live on both sides, but yeah, they're swimming in money. V's got 10k. So you'll probably expect that AWP to come out for her into the next round if they want to rocket on this T side. About as good a start as you could hope if you're Navi. They've had a few strong starts throughout this series. In fact, I think every single map they've started off pretty strong.
Yeah, even on Ancient, they lost the pistol and then won, what, 6 in a row?
Yeah.
So.
I kind of mentioned this last map, but I love how often, how early they're bringing in the coaches. The pressure run. As we keep reiterating, this isn't even the semi-final. This is just the kind of group decider match to see who will be going through to the semis, where Imperial, the former Enigma Galaxy squad, the best team in the world, lies in wait.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier, does it?
But what a miraculous run it would be for either of these teams.
Quick, fast pace, Poppins overwhelmed. Anna X trying to bail her out with the utility, but again, it's that same boost, finding the outlet and getting another. That's B open, that's round done. And to be honest, this is great. This is NAVI just playing really simple Counter-Strike. They're not doing anything too convoluted. They're just completely chilling. It's the same boost. They're not showing anything different. There's no adjustment. Instead, it's just extra utility piled in towards sandbags, creating pressure, creating a distraction for Hank to just go up and over.
Yeah, and this is already shades of what Vilga was foretelling about how she expected this third map to play out. Feel like Fluxo really needed to do it in two, and oh, they were so damn close. It's still early stages, and for both these teams, I feel like a lot of their strengths do lie on these T sides.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but if you take a look at the scoreboards, where it once was just everyone chiming in, everyone finding success, this time it is just Younger. And sure, Poppins finds that exit. The struggles continue here for Fluxo Demons, and for NAVI Javelins, they're just now going through the motions. And it's a team that can just ramp up.
And I feel like with the success that they've found 2 rounds in a row, they're not going to start putting this pressure on. Some changes up from Fluxo. Goddess has gotten incredibly aggressive in the second mid. She's pushing all the way through T-Apps. And again, it's Banana where the brawl comes through. This time, Poppins wins for 1. The trade is fast. Still 2 defenders here, and neither of them was kind of forward to help Poppins out. And Goddess, on that push, finds the kill she was looking for. This is better for Fluxo.
This forces Na'Vi into B. You need to go right now. Younger needs to move off the line, and in fact, she's found VQ. Things get even more difficult now for Na'Vi. Because if you disengage, you've got to spend loads of time clearing out Goddess. Where on earth has she gotten off to? She's just reset. She's all the way back on A.
Yeah, she can just keep mobile, keep an eye on what's going on. Prevent them from moving in this direction. It's Angelica with everything to do now. You've just seen Letty on B. So on some level, you're thinking that the second player is probably going to be with her, right? It's 2v4. Why would they be completely split? So Angelica does have this small window she can potentially capitalize on, but the thoroughness of her clears, eventually, Fluxo are going to move a player over. You expect, maybe not. They're actually holding very passive. Not that I kind of rate Angelica's chances.
No.
But let's just talk hypotheticals. Let's talk a clean kill into Goddess.
Sure. You're not. The thing is, though, you can't molly pit. You have to just walk through and jump out the balcony. You're not clearing it.
Yeah, and Goddess has fallen into a more passive line. Angelica's not going to go for it. I thought she was for a little bit, but no.
Heard the reload.
Is that needed? Wait, don't lose it after time. Oh man, I really wanted her to go for it because you could see the world. Obviously, she doesn't have the information we have, and she'd assumed there's an extra player there, but it had a lot of money, and it's not that I thought that she could win it. It's more, at this stage, when Fluxo have lost so many rounds, if you can just take an extra 2 players, an extra player, it's causing pretty serious damage to this economy that has no chance to build up.
Yeah, true. I don't hate the idea of going for it. I just think it's really tricky.
Yeah.
Fight for Banana. Remember, was one out by Poppins last round. This time it's Anna X here, but it's just the utility damage. It has been sublime out of NAVI Javelins. Round in, round out. Fluxo Demons are peppered.
Yeah, Anna X cops 2 HEs. He's limping through this round. It's slower pace from Na'Vi after some blistering rounds to kick off this map.
Oh, that pixel. Julie holding, see if she can see anything, and then she'll drop the smoke.
That is literally a pixel.
We'll throw it down anyway because of the presence over at Boiler. So now you limit Na'Vi, and Goddess is on a huge angle if Na'Vi push out Boiler.
Oh, that's so tricky. The way this smoke is looming. Oh, it's now blocked her. So she lost that little moment. That would have been really cool if she could have exploited it. But she still has a chance. Oh, the back's turn. Goddess, only good for the 1, but the dink is damage. Lena finds success. Anorex is in the side, but as mentioned, she's low. But it doesn't matter. Low and good to go. Younger able to get 1 back, and she's close. Has to back off. That smoke towards library replenished. The HE doesn't finish Hanker. Double layering. Another smoke. VQ through that one. Poppins doesn't even get a chance to attempt this retake. Okay, this is now a bit funky. I thought Hanker might walk through, and even with the knife out, Younger might have got a cheeky kill, but instead she's looking to maybe potentially phase this smoke. Knows that Young is likely not giving this a look in, and with the footsteps, she knows it.
Big round out of Na'Vi again. And honestly, the crucial kill comes in, I think, from Lena in towards the balcony, because if Anna X is Sorry, if Julie rather is able to get that kill and then push in towards apartments, that makes it so much more uncomfortable for Na'Vi to progress in towards the site. And Goddess only finding a single kill and a dink, it just isn't enough. Sure, you save the AWP if you Fluxo. But that's again, you being sent down, and coach needs to come on again for 30 seconds, because at the end of the day, you can't just have these rounds, flashes in a pan. This whole series has been built off momentum.
Yeah, it really has. That was the defining mark of Ancient in particular. Yeah, it feels like all of that momentum is with Na'Vi. Nice attempt. But that one's criminal. Through the smoke, VQ just pre-firing the angles. At least with the save AWP and with the lost bonus to spare, Fluxo have still got that bank. It comes back to Angelica not hunting and finding those kills in the round 2 previous. Deep smoke from the CTs and deep incendiaries, so they're looking to actually fight for the control. They go 1 for 1, but Poppins, she's a little injured from it, and Letty's just going to run her down. A heads-up play, and she accelerates, keeps pushing the issue. The flames go forward, but I think they didn't even go off. I think that smoke might have denied them. Goddess tries to come over the top. Letty able to flick on. And Na'Vi, after a couple of slow rounds, they put down the accelerator and they just run over Fluxo.
Yeah, they just know what Fluxo are going to do, right? Because the only round that Fluxo have won is when they've been proactive, when they've tried to fight and just take space. This time it doesn't come through top middle, it comes through banana. And they're ahead of it. They're already playing anti-flash. The grenades don't really affect Fluxo, but it doesn't matter. They're just overwhelmed by the sheer numbers of Na'Vi, and it's the anticipation and it's the readiness of Na'Vi. It's what you come to expect from this team. It's the experience that is now beginning to shine through.
Terrorists win.
Because yet again, it feels like Younger versus the world.
Yeah, it's interesting you kind of bring up the success of what Fluxo found. It's been in those banana fights, right? And when you think about Inferno as a map, you think about the playstyle that Fluxo bring, it almost feels like it is an antithesis to the way they like to play. And I think for Na'Vi, it fits more into their playbook, and it's why they've got, you know, this 100% win rate, even though it's not a map that they often will pick into. It's one that they're more than happy to play.
Oh, missed volley from Na'Vi. But this time Anna X takes a little bit more of a passive line. Nades don't affect her. The counter ones in kind only soften up Letty and Hanket a little bit. It's consistently this fight at sandbags, and Anna X and Goddess can't win it between them. And that's nervy. That's 2 smokes just being used instantaneously.
7-1. Oh. All the Brazil watches on. Hanka decimates banana, and they can just disengage. They know this has caused an extra rotation because of that smoke. They can just use the numbers. A is just Julie with an MP9 of all weapons. This wasn't the full investment, worth noting. Julie spots it out, deploys the smoke just to keep her a little bit safe, give us some time, but the MP9, not the weapon you want in this position. And it doesn't get easier. It does not get easier. Saving these 2 rifles, the AWP and the M4, the best Fluxo can hope for.
Yeah, this is such a shame, isn't it? Because again, it's just Na'Vi able to put pressure over at B. They keep threatening this B play. They keep ending B, and this time they just completely swap and flip the script. Oh, and Julie's just left completely alone. These gamble stacks of Fluxo no longer working out. No longer catching Na'Vi by surprise. This is now starting to feel a little bit painful. All the hard work, all the marathon and reps that we'll put into both map 1 and map 2, it can't come to a sprint like this. Surely not. And not even potentially an AWP to be saved. They can reinvest, but it still doesn't feel great.
Less like a bang and more like a whimper at the moment, but This is that investment. That was the half fight previously with a few SMGs around the M4 and AWP. So they will have what they need. But more than anything, it's rounds that elude them. Banana has been where they have bled time and time again.
Yeah, it feels like we've been slipping on it, right? Consistently just being removed, being dealt with by NAVI. Continuous volleys of pressure. This time it's a lot more passive. The intent is to take space through Angelka in the apartments, flashbang forward. And it's just her. It's interesting how there's been no real aggression. Fluxo are now starting to respect NAVI Javelins, but it could be too little too late.
Back to Banana. They played it passive early and left Fluxo guessing. Fluxo, they're playing, despite their name, completely in the dark. Poppins has a flashbang. A well-timed smoke. Like Navi are about to pounce. The sentry in front is actually really nice.
Oh, no.
But spam. Lena responds. Poppins tries to step through on that blow, but it's not enough. It's not enough at all. Time might be low, but they have all the space. All the smokes are down. The bomb to be planted. No way to deny. And you're so desperate for rounds. You feel it's necessary, but a re-smoke into the coffins, and this one's still not faded in CT. There's no way in. And that feels like it's been the mantra for Fluxo throughout this entire half.
Just can't go. You just can't move whatsoever, and it's upsetting how that spam betrays Anna X. Because where she pokes a hole in the smoke, her head just completely presents itself. An outline enabled. Sure, Younger's finding kills, but it's not going to amount to anything. It's almost like a Trojan horse on Inferno. Suddenly, it's 9 rounds, plays 1.
Yeah, I gotta know, it's such a classic Inferno thing for you to be down 1-9 and Younger is 11 for 3. Like, that's such a James scoreline. But that's the difficulty of Inferno. These retakes are just so tricky. And if it's a map that you're not, you know, that confident on, it's not one you've run that many officials on, and you're going against NAVI on it, you need to have something that you can take to them. But right now, there's no answers.
Everything I've praised Fluxo for in this series so far hasn't been working. Finally, an opening kill, but they need more off the back of it, and they need good trade spacing.
It's Younger getting that one peering into second middle, and she's been dynamic. She's found the second. She's not done yet. Younger, she's done with having to save. She wants to fight. Wants to let NAVI know the light's not out yet for this team. As she's getting all of the kills, 4 for her. Letty limping, there's a chance for the full house. The reload. Letty's close. Younger around the corner, misses the first shot, but the no-scope to get the ace.
And that's a moment, but can it be the catalyst for further success? That's the thing, because sure, it's huge, it's necessary, but can it compound? Can it alleviate pressure? Can that get the young guns just involved, just excited? I don't know.
Younger versus the world right now. Oh, she goes again and again! More openings for Younger. It's taken so many rounds. Fluxo finally getting something done off the back of this AWP. A one-woman army. But an army needs more than just one. She needs her support.
It still might not even be enough. Look at this acceleration. There we go. Poppins pops off right in round 12. Lena versus 5. And as Brazil watches on, they need to feel your energy, not only in the arena, Dallas, but also with the millions around the world watching. Come on, Fluxo. Or Lena is about to leave a lasting imprint. Low HP for Younger, but she is on the angle, and she will secure it free for Fluxo at the half.
Nuke and Ancient required an overtime apiece to decide who would win each map. We go into map 3, we go into the second half, and it's all Na'Vi 9-3. Younger, the one shining light for Fluxo Demons.
Yeah, you thought that you go into the fiery pits of the Inferno, it would be the Demons prevailing, but no, instead it's NAVI Javelins that have really taken the spear to them. And the heartbeat of Brazil, it is still there, especially with Younger flooding adrenaline through the veins of everyone watching on, but still, it's Na'Vi with the commanding lead, a pistol potentially could change that, but Viku's in the power spot.
Tilburg is taking a look. It's her and Lena on this side. That same triple lean that we saw before, a nice little gush onto Younger. He's holding all the utils, so you don't want to lose her early. Viku, who has been barely needed this entire map. They're going to go fast. They're going to accelerate, and it's Lena with a quick opener, looking for a second, and she does convert it. A pistol would all but end Fluxo. And Viku Silveretters, they sing a beautiful song for Navi. And between the two of them, they completely lock Fluxo out of A.
Yeah, and there you go. You start to see just the nerves setting in for Fluxo, because that was a real absence of control being given over on that pistol. Disjointed engagements, not only in the apartments, but also up short. Absence of utility, absence of acceleration. You described it as a whimper, and that is what it's starting to feel like. NAVI Javelins, all they need is Fluxo Demons' score, and they progress to the semi-finals.
It's the full eco for Fluxo. So this does not get any easier. The MP9s looking to get some of that lovely money. Dollar bills.
And it's going to be found. Can't even now get the bomb, potentially. NRX has just sent it straight up mid. And it's being overwatched by so many of these players of Na'Vi, and now they're all swarming like piranhas. Death by 1,000 paper cuts on the MP9s. In fact, it is every single one of the SMGs to get a kill. Hanker grabs 4. It's salt in the wound.
Yeah, Hanker's just been running over them this entire map. Single-handedly wresting banana control from them on that T side again and again. Both these teams have been making it through to the semis at the minimum in every single final last year. The Na'Vi have come the closest to lifting the trophy, and they want another shot. This is just fast, trying to force the issue, and, well, they go straight into Poppins, who is traded. I don't hate the idea of getting up close with the MP9s, but it falls flat this time. It can still get scary. Gotta be thorough and young up. She has been that and more this map. 21 kills. Her entire team doesn't even have half of hers, it feels.
Still gets dicey. He still gets dicey. That's an M4 now recovered. Any damage here is good damage for Lena. Smoke thrown forward. She's going to give it a go. Why not? You got plenty of rounds to play with. Working away, inching around the smoke, so it's a double swing. And it's good protocols from Fluxo. But to be honest, look, outside of that Goddess round where she pushed second mid, that's the first time we've seen all game on Inferno a CT side dropping that deep smoke down the bottom of mid and pushing beyond it.
Yeah, and again, it's going to come back to familiarity on the map. It's Na'Vi who are going to have so many different set plays and protocols that they're able to pull out at any moment. And yeah, Viku might be kind of new at the helm of the squad this year, but as a team, they've been together so long. They've been around this Inferno ring around the rosy plenty of times. They know how to rodeo.
This one's going to be faster. You're going to get an Apps pop coming through with a short split out of Fluxo. Good timing on that incendiary. Lena boosted on the radiator. Will just back out, and they're not ready. Oh, NRX is not ready. Lena's stuck, and Goddess will at least get that trade, but somehow, some way, Joker has got a kill and nearly gets another.
Young are able to step in, but Hanker is already quick up. So 2v2, bomb to be planted. Goddess has the full belt. She can replenish the smoke. No, she actually goes for short because they knew where one player was. They want to find Letty. That's one way to do it. And you knew exactly where Hanker was. Now she has a kit she can collect. The Flame's actually going to keep her at bay. She won't be deterred. Moves forward, picks up the kit, has time to work with, spots out one. Oh, good damage. Can't find the kill onto Poppins, who's just behind the box and really worried about Pit, but it's the double site play. Hanker descends, needs to find anyone here. The first is hers, but there's no time. So it's damage done, and it's good. The Poppins is just going to run away.
Terrorists win.
Steps in the right direction. You don't start to believe yet. You don't start to get concerned if you're a NAVI Javelins fan. But every round instills confidence. Every round allows Fluxo Demons to get a little bit closer to Younger. It's actually crazy how top-heavy this
It's
is.
insane. Poppins is start to come alive. We saw it in the very last round of the half. Got a multi. She started to find that impact on the T side, which is when she was doing it on Ancient as well. T side Demon.
Yeah, now we need T-side Demons.
Will be the eco for Na'Vi.
There we go, Zeus
All right.
Cam.
Lena, your turn. And in fact, I think this might be the same combination of players as well. All right, Poppins getting warmed up. Lena.
Ooh.
I see Julie knows because she tried to do it.
Yeah, for any Zeus connoisseurs out there, the way you kind of peak that and guarantee that you don't really die is if you do pressure back against the wall there. Even though the Zeus has been extended a little bit, you actually see them first.
Nice eco quad kill for Poppins. And there's a player you want to be feeling her aim. It's definitely going to be her.
Yeah, I can't lie though, I'd rather the ecos get distributed a bit more.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
please, someone help them. Anna X has been sublime all series long, but I look at the experience of Goddess and Judy on this roster, they're needed.
Letty just runs down. Poppins just holds the spray, and that's one for free. And I know it's early, but you do worry, do Na'Vi need to force the issue so heavily?
No, they don't. But at the same time, look, they've got this double short setup. They've also got Angelica rotating over. The biggest thing here is utility. And that's going to be thrown forward, and it works out perfectly. They need to trade VQ, and they manage it. The Fluxo Demons are in A.
Angelica's ahead of it, though. Angelica's ahead of it. And she's found one. She's not done. Angelica! Oh, almost all of them. The USP gets the dink, and it's on to Younger, as it has been in every single round, it feels. Hanka walks through this smoke onto the edge of it, doesn't commit. Gives Younger time to reset. She slips in towards Pit. And the tensest 1v1 that she's found herself in. This could be Na'Vi onto series point. She spots her. She spots her. The spray goes wild. A HE forward. Is it enough? No. Hanka dodges. No kit. No kit. One shot needed. One shot needed. It's 10 seconds. There it is. The final fadeaway on the Glock. Younger will clutch.
Yeah, and that's the person you need there for Fluxo Demons. Younger will make sure that they don't fall victim to another Angelica annihilation on that A-bomb site. They've done all the hard work. You get rid of this double setup. Anna X awakened. And somehow, some way, Fluxo Demons are able to grab one more round. Now for Outcast, he is not happy. The fact that this is dragging on so long, the fact that suddenly this looks a lot more competitive.
Yeah, when you consider both pistols went the way of Na'Vi, which meant they got the second round each time. I mean, that's your difference right there. Fluxo have awakened on this T side. Younger pulled the team on her back for just long enough for the others to finally step in.
Just don't trip. Especially on rounds like this. These can be the most dangerous when it feels like everything is going in the right direction. The 5-7's round the corner. But the counter flashbangs are so good from Younger. Pop-ins will only get dealt with at the first instance. Anna X will guarantee these trades. It's all okay. It's a big sigh of relief for the South American squad.
Shouldn't be letting this one slip. Angelica was heard running. So Anna X will be able to flank. They don't need to put the pressure on yet. Angelica, oh. Just as she jumps up. So Fluxo onto 8, which means it's only going to be 3 rounds between these two teams.
And now we start to look, now we start to think, right? When you talk about star players on NAVI, I don't want to throw Lena under the bus, but should this be the player that is really at the top of the board? No. And the kryptonite of Fluxo Demons seemingly always was Viku. And to be honest, by and large, this series, sure, she's taken over a new role. Sure, she's calling for the team. But the conversation we had on the desk was that her numbers weren't affected by it. They certainly have been in this series against the highest caliber of opposition. And the thing is now, you're this sniper turned IGL with the weight of the world on your shoulders. You had such an advantage. You're at the highest of heights. You could taste, you can nearly feel one hand on this semi-final spot where you've always been. That's the expectation, the grand finals, not even the semis. And suddenly, 3 rounds away. They are right behind you. They are breathing down your neck. And as the IGL, you need solutions, and you need them now.
Yeah, especially on the other side, Younger, who is your like for like in the server in terms of the AWP, even though we're not seeing it right now, is having an insane map. It was a 9-1 scoreline, and Fluxo, they are making something happen. Their story is not done yet. I'm gonna try out B. The smoke doesn't quite go up. Oh, this is feeling uncomfortable. Oh, it's really uncomfortable. The pressure feels like it's mounting. Younger, another opener. Hanka needs to step up. She's alone, she's low. She's run down by Poppins.
And you got to save. You got no money. That's it. Round done. Round over. Another one for Fluxo Demons. 2 left to go. 2 to equalize. Revenge potentially on the horizon. Remember, this is a Fluxo Demons that has never taken a map off NAVI Javelins. It's always been one-sided, and that felt like history was about to repeat itself. It certainly is not right now. It could be rewritten, remolded in Dallas.
When we talk about Na'Vi, Viku doesn't even get to save. Do any of them? Lena White. Joker might be in trouble. But Na'Vi is this team, and the longest conversation around them has been when it okay, they all die. When they get to the grand final, that pressure seems to be too much, right? That's where they have been collapsing, and it's always against Imperial. But we're seeing the shades of that here.
And what has been the narrative that NAVI have been so proud to tell us all throughout as they've joined Dallas today? We've got this mental coach. We've been building. We've been working on stuff off of the server. We're not too worried about the strats on it. This is the pressure. This is the moment. This is the test. And I think that is the last pause for NAVI Javelins.
Better make it a good one. Now they still have the rounds to work with. Still 2 in the lead. But that's going to slip very shortly because, again, it's got to be a halfie. MP9s and pistols. There is a kit on Hanka. This isn't the sort of hurdle that Fluxo have shown they're going to trip over at this stage.
And that hunt was massive. We were speaking and giving this all the context, but the fact that NAVI do not survive with a single player after trying to save 3 weapons is everything, because that makes this round easier. And it also denies NAVI the chance to force back around it and drop weapons over.
So I think Letty was given a whole handful of smokes to utilize. And the idea is to then stack bodies at A and try and entice Fluxo into this site, which, given Fluxo have put a lot of pressure on B recently, you can see that there is a chance they could move that way.
The thing is, if you're only seeing smokes being recycled and not flashbangs off the back of it, you probably still commit to it anyway. You've also got Julie, who's now just having a little look-see out apps. But this might be misinformation if she doesn't clear top brackets. Never mind. She's got both.
That's perfect. And this is exactly what you need to do in these situations where you know you're up against a half buy or some sort of eco. You just send a player in to get the information, and then you can go off the back of it. It could have got a little spooky for a second. But now that smoke's just going to be disrespected. You know, there's only one player here. She can't hit the shot. It's going to be a single round game.
That's huge. What a second half. The battle of T sides on Inferno. Coming into this, I was like, yeah, look, I feel like Fluxo do pretty good on that T side. Then they didn't give themselves enough rounds to work with, or so I thought. But no, they've been battling tooth and nail. Younger has been the defibrillator, so that Fluxo currently haven't flatlined. One round.
I think we might be getting a little tech from the way Lena was frowning and moving her mouse around. So potentially there's a bit of breathing room even though they can't talk.
Terrorists win.
I can't believe this situation. 9-1 was that scoreline. And Fluxo, with a resilience reserved only for the best, have shown they've got that champion mentality.
And this is what we love to see from ESL Impact. Every single final, the competition leveling up, that has always been the narrative. It always will remain the narrative. But the fact we are getting grand final spectacles of games in the group stage, I mean, come on.
It's incredible how this series has gone, right? OT map 1, OT map 2.
Nearly a blowout, map 3.
And now, as foretold by you going into this map, an overtime on the cards potentially, or even Fluxo with the way the momentum's going, could just sweep it away from NAVI right at the finish line.
That's the thing. And to be honest, NAVI, they've been trying to go for these different setups, but notice how they've only really been proactive on Banana when they're on these low buys. I'd really like to see maybe a double apartment setup from NAVI Javelins. You're playing a lot more passive, but you're still in control. Or maybe just have VQ playing out long, just jiggling for information. You don't need to be so committed. These setups, these CT-sided positionings from NAVI Javelins have been very invested. And that's been the difficulty, because Fluxo, they're now gaining confidence, now gaining the ability on that T side to control the engagements, have this trade spacing.
And we talked about how, you know, Younger was, what, she was like 22 kills, and the rest of the team was kind of around that 2, 3, 4, 5 mark.
3 of them were on 2 kills, Poppins was on 10.
Well, Poppins has now almost doubled that. She's up to 19. Catching up. And this is, I'm not even sure, this might even favor NAVI, actually.
Yeah,
Just
right?
to calm them down, even though they can't, you know, talk and strategize. They can at least physically reset, right? The adrenaline, the stress of this game slowly disappearing before your eyes. With that semi-final so close in touching distance. 9-1 to 11-3 to losing 7 rounds in a row.
And it's important as well for Fluxo. You speak about the NAVI Javelins reset. It's important to remember what's got them here in the first place. You can't change. There's the camera.
Oh, we love you guys.
They shouldn't change what they've been doing. That's the thing. Because if they completely 180, if they try and pull something just out the hat, especially after this extended tech, it could go disastrously wrong. Because all it would take right now is for NAVI to feel comfortable, is that one round to guarantee OT at a bare minimum. And suddenly, that one round creates an overwhelming sense of pressure with what's on the line here for Fluxo Demons.
Yeah, and it's an amount of relief for NAVI, because at least you know you've got that backup plan into OT. You know, your T side was strong as well. Still chances to close it in regulation. See this keyboard issue hopefully being resolved. Reminder, this isn't even the last series of the day.
True.
We have another absolute banger coming up afterwards, which is going to be Keeper versus HSG. And I know you guys are going to want to stick around for that. We've got Mads in the crowd as well. I'm sure she's enjoying all the action. See her in the back lines. Yes. Give it up for Mads. Local hero. I can't tell who she's supporting. Oh, and I can actually. She's on the side of Fluxo. Of course she is. And I'm sure a lot of you are as well, because they are the one representative of the Americas remaining after FlyQuest's elimination earlier.
I've seen the selfies with the mums. Of course,
Yeah,
the
I
clown
know.
car's going to combine with the Poppins Pocket. That's what I like to call it.
That's good. The Poppins Pocket. All right. Smiles for Lena. Laugh for Angelica.
Rounds for Fluxo Demons.
And speaking of, who's up next? In the shadows, another challenger.
They're up next.
Yeah, I think we know.
Demon, no Fluxo.
I think we know.
Right. I think we are ready. I know the anticipation has been building for quite a while.
The music makes it so much more tense,
So
right?
much
I
more
just feel like
dramatic.
this is like, I mean, it is. It's do or die. This is one of the best games of Counter-Strike ever played on an ESL Impact stage, and you are all getting to witness it as we come to the conclusion of this best of three. At any moment. God, I tried to will it into existence.
Coach just put his mic up. There you go. That's a good sign.
All right.
This is all the body language.
Yep,
Here it
they're
is.
talking.
The gun got dropped.
It's time.
Dallas, are you not entertained? We can't hear you.
I can hear them, just about. They're that loud that without the crowd mics, we still hear you. And Fluxo do too.
Round 22. A push. A change of pace, perhaps. With a double setup in towards the apartments, Goddess and Julie make their move.
The kill distribution is so ridiculous in this map. In towards the apartments. And it's fast. Underx is scaling. Lena needs something big, just the one. Angelica has to fall off, has to concede this space. So it's even. As the reinforcements arrive, the smoke's denying any entrance for Navi.
And another smoke can be put down from Goddess. The utility, the mollies need to disrupt. Nades over the top, soften up Younger. That's the player you want to try and deal with. But no shots being put through the smoke by the AWP is helping whatsoever. There's a lot of util here for Navi.
Yeah, I mean, you give this a poke, you give this a prod, you give this a chance. But you can't over-egg it, you can't lose everything here because that gives Fluxo the way to map point. Lady with the first. Goddess, Anarex, and Younger. And it's all on Angelica, and she cannot find the kill. 11 apiece.
And that is the first time in a long time we've actually had a retake. Because NAVI Javelins need the rounds. And now the pressure's on them. 11 rounds each. Fluxo overcome the Angelica toll as well. This time she can't bail NAVI Javelins out.
Gives it a good shot though. The ding comes around, her X lives in 1 HP. It still would have been a tricky 1v1 afterwards. But
Oh, this money. Oh, this money is terrible.
that's
You've
what I
got
was
a
saying.
decision
That
to make.
retake, that's why it was so risky.
I think it's because, look, you are feeling the pressure. You need to give this a go. You've got all the utility to give it a solid look in.
I can't believe this.
And there's that fire. And we said, I wonder if that Younger ace was going to be the catalyst.
They're keeping money for the final round. It's VQ's all. VQ, who has been silent throughout, needs to have her impact heard. Oh, the flick looked good for a second. But it echoes out. There's nothing. She might be given another opportunity. She is the only one on B. A smoke forward. Picks up another. So that will keep Fluxo at bay for a moment. It's VQ on her own. She's just hoping the presence of the orb, the drop of the smoke will send Fluxo back to A.
They've tried this before. Sure, it wasn't with an AWP, but it's just the consistent recycling of the smoke. And it's where Julie walked through apartments. She's doing exactly the same here. But this time, it's through brackets. She walks up long, she gets a kill on Hanker potentially, or she hits the timing and goes CT to B.
Oh, the timing would be everything. If she just walks through arches, oh, this is so difficult for Navi.
And you have no idea that she's even here. And it's just the first volley of Util.
It's 2 stars of Navi, though. It's Viku's up. It's Angelica close with the MP9, and it's their Viku hitting the deck. It's Poppins. It's always Poppins, and she's found both. And off the back of that, you can just lock in series point.
Good luck going for it, because you can't. You can't even recover the AWP potentially. But Navi will give it a damn good go. If it isn't the round win, at least it's exit kills. Or maybe you won't find anything. Goddess now arrives.
Yeah, I tell you what, after that extended tech, she came back and got 2 multi-kill rounds in a row. Went from 2 to 6, make it 7. Unbelievable. Fluxo Demons. How many rounds in a row is that?
9.
9 in a row.
And this was 9-1.
Poppins is so locked in, she's shooting the bloody props thick in their heads.
Yeah, prop hunt. And let's be honest, NAVI Javelins, for the moment, they're looking like mannequins.
This is it. This is the moment.
No AWP.
But at least they've got the rifles. At least they've got the utility. It's more than the round prior. One of the most insane comeback I think we have ever seen. And in the gravity of the situation, what's at stake? Fluxo are doing the unthinkable. Just one final round to secure.
And all avenues on Inferno in round 24 lead to a B execute. It's just the utility being laid down yet again by Julie. They take this primary control over at top brackets. This anchors NAVI Javelins in towards A. Something they've been lacking in this mid-round is control, is information, devoid of all intel, devoid of all knowledge that 4 lie in wait on the other side. The Orange's hold needs to work.
It's the same thing where they send Julie in on an investigation and she's just found a kill.
She's actually brought them all over. Or maybe they go right back. This is scary.
This could get out of control. Oh, Poppins though. This is weird. This is so weird. A 3v3. And Fluxo, their decision making. They've decided back to B. It's just Hanker.
It's so tense. But this will be the commitment. Hanker can now hear this. The rotates can start to come over.
They need to get the move on. They need to get here fast because it's Hanker all alone. 20 seconds left. And she sits at the back of New Box. Not cleared, not known. And she denies that bomb, drops and can't get the follow-up. But the time, is it enough? Viku hides to deny. But the bomb looking to be planted. Lena pushing through the smoke, can't get the kill. And Fluxo take down NAVI Javelins.
Absolutely huge! From South America, you give them one spot and they get it in the semi-final and they take down one of the favorites in NAVI Javelins.
NAVI have long stood in the shadows of Imperial, but a new light casts its shadow over Dallas, and their name is Fluxo.